Hello, Internet.
Hello!
We have arrived to play Dungeons and Dragons, as usual.
Oh, stream audio is not muted on my computer.
Oh, that you should do that.
But that it is working.
Especially considering how loud we just were. So
yeah, it was down very low, but...
I also tried something a little different. I have set the music bot to be priority speaker, so it doesn't turn the volume down when other people are talking anymore. It does mean I may have to do some more volume adjustments, which I will be working on, but it hopefully will make it so that the stream can hear the music better. That's the hope, anyway. And other audio therein. Sorry. Where we left off last time. The party had been traveling across the shut up, Tato. That was funny though. Sorry. The party has been traveling across the continent of Ordenheim in the direction of Bluevale, a dwarven city that nobody in the party has ever actually been to. One of the few places Nissa has not been.
What?
Nothing. And on the way, they agreed to help a new friend of theirs called Kazi locate her missing brother in Hoovenkrinkle. As they entered the town, they did some investigating, managed to not read some street signs, and met up with another...
Yeah, we're really good at that.
I've been able to read the street signs.
Yes, on occasion. And you managed to meet up with another group of adventurers called the Stormcrows, who apparently had some knowledge of this investigation. They led you into the woods, and, as it turns out, into an ambush. After a very bloody and dangerous fight that followed, you managed to just about escape the wood, without one of your pets, unfortunately. After much time deliberating over whether or not to go back in after her, you all eventually decided to head back into town and get some rest. Except for Nissa, who decided to stay outside. At this point, Nissa met a strange individual who had apparently been following her for some time. Who she was not super forthcoming with her name. As such, it was decided by Nissa that she would be called Indra, who was a very interesting individual with bat-like wings, horns, and a very, very fiendish appearance. However, as the night drew to a close, the party decided to keep a watch over Ted, who was one of the, apparently the thralls of this beast that had caused them to be ambushed in the woods, and decided to watch over him during the night, on various shifts. And we pick up just as Mord's shift comes to an end, and he wakes up Aridin to head in for his rest.
Is it morning already?
Nope.
It is still raining outside.
Oh, that's right.
Have fun.
Ted is still tied up, dozing by the bed in this main bedroom you guys are in.
At this point, it's not that, Aridin has any fear or distaste for Ted. It's just, he doesn't really know what to do when being told, someone doesn't know if they should exist or not.
Yeah, that's
so. Go and sit at the door, and is Ted asleep?
He appears to be dozing, leaning up against the bed of the main bedroom you guys are near. He's not quite asleep, but he's leaning up against, and he kind of looks up as you look in. Oh, hey.
Ted. I'm here to take my shift.
Right, yeah. That's probably a good idea.
So, I had a couple things I wanted to ask you.
Oh yeah, ask away.
You said the beast, the creature, was almost ready. What does that mean? What was it? What was it waiting for?
Hell if I know. Probably more people, though, if I had to guess.
Like more thralls, or for more people to be missing from the town?
More valuable people.
On its side, I
Yeah.
assume. Do you have any idea what its next plan is? Who it's going to go after?
I'm afraid I don't. It's more, from what I gathered, it's more up to the people in town to make that judgment call, because they can't communicate as far as I can gather unless they're close. At least I couldn't.
Right.
So,
And you had said that the archivist was one of them.
yeah, there's the archivist and, pretty sure a few of the Dragon Tops.
The Dragon Tops are the elite guard, right?
Yes, with the magic weapons.
Lovely. That's
You
me
guys-
talking
you
out
guys-
of character.
You guys met two of them that decided to just randomly show up when you left the gear hold.
Yeah, what was remind me if you remember the details of that encounter. Sorry, it's just been a few weeks.
Yeah. They were just nearby. They weren't questioning you or anything, but Zephyr decided to talk to them, and he asked what they were doing there, and they said, none of your business.
I see. And, so back in character. And, I remember... Oh, is that? I just heard a join.
Hmm?
We have an Ian.
Ian's here!
Hey!
Yay!
Sorry for
So-
keeping up my streak of 20 minutes late, but I'm here.
No worries. You're a little quiet, but Eridan's just talking to Ted right now, so...
Okay.
So, the sheriff was the one who sent you out into the woods, you said, and then he sent us to go talk to you, so...
Well, yeah, we had some information. We were asking what information they had available, and he told us they'd seen some wolf tracks, a abnormal amount in the woods.
Do you think he might be in it? Do you have any way of knowing who each other are?
I can't know for sure. I mean, I know we didn't talk to him after it all happened, but
What I mean is, do the thralls each know who the other thralls are?
only if we talk to each other.
Right.
We
So you still
we
have to
talked
find-
to the two Dragon Tops. I don't know their names.
Do you remember what they looked like?
Yeah, one sort of had mousy brown hair and didn't really wear a lot of armor. Mostly just had the pike. Other one,
So no armor at all?
just light kind of stuff. Couldn't really tell under the clothes,
Okay.
but not heavy at any rate.
And the other?
The other one, she was halfling, I think. Couldn't see much of her though, but was one of the heavy armored ones. She had no kind of little ponytail, and they always wear goggles, so it's hard to tell sometimes with the details.
And what was she wielding?
Oh, they usually have pikes and crossbows. The Dragon Tops.
Right. So, do you think it was counting on you and your friends being involved in this assault?
Well, I know our orders were just to try and... basically to just try and one-up. Find someone more important than us or stronger than us.
And either kill us or
Or-
bring us over to your side.
Preferably bring you over, because, you know, they didn't want anyone to go missing, or people would start looking into it.
Right.
Come
How
to
long
think
was
of
the-
it, I wonder why they did kill some
What do you-
people.
What do you mean?
Well, you were here looking for someone missing, right?
Yeah,
Wonder why they were missing.
it's a good question. I don't remember her saying her brother was of any particular import in this town.
No,
You've ne-
that's why no one was... I'm just wondering... Well, if they did disappear because of this beast, then why did they disappear?
Either because they're useful as a soldier, they're useful for getting inside, or maybe it's just hungry.
No, but my point is, people that eats usually don't disappear. They come back about a while later.
Ah,
So why didn't he come back?
that's a very good question.
Wonder when this rain's gonna let up. It doesn't usually rain this hard over here.
If you're going to tell me this beast affects the weather too,
Hey, look, I don't know. I told you everything I know. I'd be surprised if it could affect the weather, though.
you know, I actually do believe you.
Well, that's encouraging.
I mean, you understand if I've had a bit of trouble trusting you,
Oh yeah, me too.
but I take Nissa at her word on this, and you seem to be sincere, so hopefully you can help us put an end to this, as long as it doesn't regain control again.
Well, it's been about 6 hours. Seemed fine so far. Well, you know, as fine as I can be.
Alright, well, if you help us, we'll do what we can to help you, but understand if we keep an eye on you.
Yeah, of course.
One last thing. You mentioned being afraid of silver now.
Yeah.
Do you think that's something the beast fears as well? Do you think that's where you inherited it, or is it just the
Maybe.
thralls?
I mean, again, I've never seen the beast before until we were running from it.
Is there anything else you fear as a result?
As
Ever
a result,
since.
probably not.
Okay.
I've noticed it's easier to, kind of easier to smell now, but that's about it.
Well, I mean, that's to be... Yes, I can see how that would work. Alright.
Yeah, you know, since I'm basically just a walking skin suit, it's not really that surprising.
I think that might be a little uncharitable, but...
He just shrugs.
Alright, well, I'll leave you if you're asleep, and Eridan's going to...
Yeah, sleep. That'd be good.
Yeah, Eridan's just going to take the rest of his watch quietly.
So, as you all complete your long rests, the rain eventually does stop, and the morning comes. You all have all your hit points back, etc., etc.
Alright, quick interruption here. If you look at the character sheets folder, I have made a new, more easily readable PDF of the Zephyr character sheet, and I'm working on a spell list now.
Nice, although he's here, so...
Yeah.
I'm aware that Ian is now here, but as Ian has missed a number of sessions, I am preparing things for him, which I will then copy for myself.
True.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, you all awake next morning to the busy sounds of work outside. So, what do you want to do?
Breakfast?
Did my friend show up?
You wake by the smoldering remains of the fire where you fell asleep in the downstairs by the fireplace. Doesn't seem like it.
Damn.
So, I've talked a bit with Ted, and I've had a few thoughts. We have a few options here. It sounds like it's going to be ready to attack soon. Although
Right.
it might need time to get more people on its side. I imagine losing the three of them probably hurt it. And so we have three options. We wait at the wall for it to attack. We go out into the woods to confront it, Or we try to get the attention of the thralls here in town where they don't have backup. Divide and conquer.
But throughout this whole conversation, Mort is making for everyone. Just note.
Okay. Breakfast, I
Yeah.
assume you said. Yeah.
Oh yeah, did that cut out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, breakfast.
I mean, we figure
Um,
Zephyr's probably helping you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine. Your mic's muted, by the way, Ian. I don't know if it's supposed to be.
Yeah, sorry. Zephyr would help.
Cool, yeah. So,
right. Well, the way I see it, we definitely can't wait at the walls. From what he was saying the previous night, it's not going to be any sort of assault. It's just going to walk up to the gate, and its thralls are going to let it inside.
Well, yes, but it's a choke point, and you can try to hold that.
True, but if you're backed on one side by thralls and on the other side is that creature, I would rather not be in that situation.
Yes, I wasn't suggesting it as an ideal scenario at all. That's why I
Alright.
suggested the last prong.
The last
Because-
idea is definitely an interesting one, trying to take the thralls without that backup.
Because he said he could only hear the creature's voice when it was close. So presumably, if they die, then they won't be able to tell it what's wrong.
What are we doing to the thrall? We're taking them where?
Well, we're considering trying to bait them into attacking us here in town, where they're separate from the beast, instead of, well, going out to the woods to confront it seems like madness. Yes, if we can thin its numbers before the assault, then, well, that might be something.
We should try to get as much of the city guard on our side as we can. The more fighters we have would be the better.
Well, yes, and as I understand, it has 2 of the city guard on its side, so that won't be as easily said, or easily done than said either.
Even so, we'll be fighting them anyway, right? So the best
Yes.
way would be to...
Lure them in advance.
But
That being
The
said,
problem with that is if some of them are guards and we're caught fighting guards, that's
Yes.
gonna look bad.
We're likely not going to be able to explain killing citizens to, other people. I know it's not great, but I think we must go confront this thing in the forest. I think there is a possibility that if we just deal with the creature, its thralls may cease to function.
what if we tried to bait the creature out of the forest, but not to the city? If it's outside...
That's a good idea.
Although, depending on how close it gets to the city, it might be able to tell them to wait for us at the gates.
I think what Zephyr is saying is if we can get it out into like a field and fight it in a field, it won't have the advantage of being in the forest. We don't have to try and
Going
get it
out the other side of the forest.
How far is the edge of the forest from the city wall?
Like, nearly half a mile, probably.
How big
Okay,
is the
right.
actual forest?
You're not sure. It's pretty
Big.
large.
Is
Pretty
this just any forest, or what forest is this?
Oh, right, we have a map.
Let me grab the map. Which I have not, for some reason, placed on the stream yet. Oh, probably because it wasn't done. It's still not really done. Yeah, it's just a small, it's basically just it's small comparative to the Cold Light, but it's like it's a copse of woods that's just directly north amongst the hills.
Like, how long would it take to run from one end to the other?
You're not entirely sure.
Oh.
You haven't tried
Really
it.
far.
Well, what we can do is we can take it down the tree line till we get far enough away from the city, take its advantage away, as well as not have to deal with whoever's in the city.
Although, do you think it would follow us out there?
I don't know. I'm not sure how we're supposed to be baiting it. Seemed like it was following us the other night, though.
Although it did stop following us once we got to the edge of the forest.
Yes.
It may have lost track of us in the forest as we were taking effort to avoid it, but it may also be unwilling to leave the forest.
It lost us when I cast my spell of fog. It didn't know where it was going. Well, I think it may have followed us if it knew where I don't know if it would have followed us out of the forest.
Well, we have to go look for Delphi anyway, so we can check out the tracks when we're out there. Although the rain would have.
Hey, Nissa, make a perception check.
Okay.
This is the only situation where a ranger has ever been useful.
No, there are more. You just haven't. What the?
Rangers are very useful
Is that a
when
fire
not
alarm?
It's someone smoked.
Yeah, hold
Not
on.
you.
It's fine. The kitchen's right here. I'll just check. Oh yeah, they got it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just a very sensitive smoke alarm. And they're
Ours
made-
are
Okay,
two.
right.
We've got two
Someone
in the
opened the
hallway.
oven.
We have to pull them down whenever they go off. Otherwise, it makes the dog sad.
When I lived in New York, we had one positioned directly above the oven, and if you
Wow.
open the
No,
oven,
that's
it would
terrible.
go off.
Wow,
that's
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 terrible.
terrific.
Worst idea.
Perception.
Yeah.
Maybe just make really good food
19.
19?
then. Like, you make sure you never mess it up.
Yep.
Sometimes you need a little burning.
Did you say 19?
Yeah.
Alright. You notice, well, the rest of you don't notice this, but Nissa, you notice that sitting in an unoccupied chair behind everybody, nearer to the door, is Indra, who's just sitting there, looking bored, just
I'm
kind
going
of
to
listening to the conversation.
I'm going to casually go and sit near the chair or stand near the chair.
Are you trying to do this without us noticing you?
Not. I'm just doing it casually, like I'm bored of sitting where I am, and I'm getting up to
Okay.
move and
You're not-
stretch.
You're not trying to stealth this, okay?
No, I'm
Just
not.
checking.
I'm just casually getting up, stretching, walking over to the other chair, and resting my hand or arm on it.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of rest down, and she's just like listening to the conversation. No one else seems to notice her. Good morning.
Morning.
And I guess we would just turn.
Yeah,
our
you
heads.
all hear that. You all hear that. Yeah.
Nissa, did you say something?
No.
Are you sure?
Do we
I
when we
did
turn,
this
do we
box.
see Indra?
Nope. She's leaning on an empty chair.
Must be losing my mind. Oh well.
Anyway, I had another thought. If we, and especially if we're not afraid of tipping off the thralls, perhaps something of this creature is known in myth or local legends, and maybe for God's sake.
Let's take the battery out and take it down.
That's my fire alarm, guys.
There's just a button on it that you can press. Like
Oh.
yeah, so yeah. And it's within relatively easy reach. It's just bacon,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Wait, baking or bacon?
Bacon, the latter.
Ah, yes.
But so I was thinking if we, and I know he said the archivist is on their side, so if the archivist is, I assume, like, from what little do I know of this place, actually. Oh, by the way, have we left Ted upstairs?
Yes, Ted is upstairs.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
He's
I
just
probably
tied up upstairs.
I probably
Yep.
wouldn't be saying all this if Ted were right there. We should
Wait
ask.
a moment.
Terrible that we tied
Wait.
him up.
I've had a thought.
Yes.
Ted did say they couldn't tell who else was a thrall, right?
Yes.
In a
Are-
much.
I-
Sorry, go ahead.
I think I might know where you're going with this. Sorry, what were you saying, Nissa?
Nothing. That was me. I was gonna say in a much more hushed tone. Nissa asked if Indra found Delphi,
Ah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you guys couldn't hear me.
Oh, right. The cat thing. Yeah, it's outside.
Why don't you come out with me for a minute? I have something else I want to ask you.
All right.
Nissa, are you saying something?
No, I'm gonna
I
go outside and go for a short, or feed the horses.
I swear I hear you talking. I'm losing my mind.
Eridan's gonna cast Minor Illusion, and you're just gonna hear a voice by your ear saying, "Maybe you are."
Eridan, I don't like that.
Eridan
So
grins.
you get up and head out. Indra follows you out the door. And sure enough, there is a small bundle of fur curled up next to the front door that appears to be asleep.
I pick Delphi up.
Okay. Wasn't that hard to find, really? In a tree.
Oh, that makes sense. Thank you.
Of course. Just make sure you talk to Dwell for me, then.
Yeah, of course. But I give you 2 names, and I'm going to get the information on that person you want. I was wondering if you would help me find 2 more people. They might be dead in a ditch. They might be alive. I'm just a little bit worried about them.
I mean, I probably could. Knowledge ain't free, though, obviously. She gives a grin. Kind of lopsided fanged smile.
Well, what would you want?
Why don't we just call it a favor?
I don't really like that.
Phew. Out of character, I'm thinking phew.
Well, if you don't like favors, I'll have to think about it.
I like favors, but no offense, but I don't really trust you.
No, none taken.
And I
All
don't
right.
really want to be indebted to you.
Fine then. Are these people in the city?
They should be.
Right. How's about I find your missing folks, and next time you see the governor, you tie his shoelaces together.
Deal.
All right. Now, who am I looking for?
Therapist, she's a halfling, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes.
A halfling, I give her a description of therapist, and then Kazi, human, and give her a description of Kazi.
And you want me to find these people because they might be dead in a ditch? Would you like them to be dead in a ditch?
No, I want them to be alive. We
Good,
rescued
'cause-
the halfling from a giant,
Well, that's
Or-
good, because that
a
costs
giant.
extra.
and Kazi, we were helping try and find her brother.
So,
Alright.
out of character, that makes me wonder if she's part Fae, the shoelaces bit. That is
Yeah.
very.
Question, what if I don't see the governor? Does it matter what governor's shoes I tie together?
Not really. To be honest, I'm not really bothered.
If I run into anyone in charge, tie their shoelaces together.
Oh yeah, I should have said Jarl. That would have covered more bases.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll go with you said
Yeah,
Jarl.
in this area, Governor, man, it's
If I run into someone in a position of that kind of authority, I will tie their shoelaces together.
Got it. Preferably without them noticing.
Well, of course.
Well, I'll go find the little mortals, and I'll be back here in, I don't know, some amount of time. Let's see. Therapist Swallow Dance. Alright, I can make sure to find that one for you. And, Cozy Rosret. Yeah, alright. I'll be off.
Thank you.
Have a nice breakfast. And she waltzes off down the street.
I go back inside carrying. Oh wait, no, I feed the horses. Then I go back inside with Delphi.
Okay, so meanwhile, while that's happening outside, what are you guys talking about?
Well, so Mord, I think, had an idea there.
Yeah.
Yes, if we could find some way, replicate the color of their blood, we might be able to pass as them.
Well, Mord, do you think they go around pricking each other's skin just to double check that they're innocent?
No,
I
no.
don't
But
think
if we
that's how
ended
they
up needing
find
to
each other.
find someone in a position of authority that we believed to be one of them, it might be a way for us to gain access.
Right.
Is to, big finger quotes here, prove that we're one of them.
I mean, we could
I
just.
feel like that's not how they identify each other, though.
there's probably an easier way, and unless they're very, very keen, they may just trust us. If we, give them a wink wink. There's ways of implying that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Maybe you
I
should
feel
be
like
in
we
charge
were-
of that.
He said with his +4 charisma.
When I go in, I just sit in a chair. I don't make any gestures to show that I have the cat thing.
Okay.
Is she just
I
like
just
tucked
go
into
in
your
and
coat?
sit down. No,
Oh.
I'm just carrying her, but I just go and don't make any. I'm not being sneaky, but I don't say I'm back or anything. I just come, sit down, and start petting Delphi. who's
As
on
you
my lap.
enter, Delphi grumbles, stands up, turns around in a circle, jumps down onto your lap, and sort of walks over, tail in the air, towards Pavu.
I roll my eyes.
Delphi!
Delphi!
Wow.
Ow! What?
She just starts whining. She just starts whining around your ankles.
I'm
That's
gonna pick her up and cuddle her.
Nissa, did you just what the? You just walk in with Delphi and just
No,
Yes,
I picked her
what
up
are you-
off the floor.
what?
But-
That's not.
Where was she?
Well, before she was in the woods, now she's here.
Well,
thank you. That's very.
Nissa, you're being explicitly not helpful. You know what the hell we're saying. Did you just find her outside just now?
No, I found her in the woods last night. She was in a tree.
And you
roll
didn't
a
tell-
deception check.
I'm
Oh.
gonna roll insight against that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I had a feeling
Yeah,
you would.
no,
That's why I
I'm
was
going to
asking.
fail.
You have high
I'm going-
charisma.
Damn.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
but
That's a 10.
mine's a 14.
I got
10.
What?
What was
15.
yours, Will? Yeah, Will.
yeah 19.
Everyone
Yeah,
but
you
Mord
beat
is
me.
fooled.
Wait, what was Ian?
Oh no, I got a 15.
Oh, never mind.
Ian
Everyone
wasn't
but
fooled
Mord and
either.
Ian. Makes sense that Ian's not fooled.
Yeah.
What do you
Um,
mean?
Nissa, are you
Uh,
sure that's where you found her?
Well, she was found in a tree.
But was it by you?
No.
Okay.
Silence.
I'm
did-
willing
did
to
you-
accept that because we have Delphi back, but I really want to know why you didn't tell us that.
What?
Well,
Oh, that I
Never-
wasn't
never-
the one who found her in the tree?
yes.
I just wanted to see if I could fool you.
That's not what I'm concerned about. More, who's help did you enlist?
Just some person I ran into.
Just some person you ran into. All right.
Zephyr knows she's all lying, but
Yeah,
she
yes.
doesn't really care that much.
Yeah,
that's
Aaron doesn't
exactly-
accept
that's
that,
exactly how
but
Mort
he
is.
just
He's like, you
But
know
I
what?
mean,
She
I'm
could
not
have
lying
literally killed
anymore.
someone for this cat. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Aaron's Aaron's a little
No.
concerned, but he's very ready to ignore it.
Zephyr's just
Yeah.
happy to see that the cat's back.
yeah. Yeah.
He's like, it's none of my business how she got it back.
Yeah.
I will just trust that you know people who know some people.
Okay. I'm gonna go upstairs and check on Ted.
Oh yes, now that yes, we should probably finish talking about sensitive matters before he gets downstairs. So, you had a thought, and then I was thinking maybe we should ask Ted whether the archives are indeed the only sort of library here, because I would love to know if we can find something about this in a book somewhere. I think we might have a better chance.
Yes, that would be helpful. I believe our two options. I mean, I definitely think we need to go look in book, but I think our two options for trying to gain access would be to pretend we're. It might actually be safer to pretend that we're still looking into it, but we're completely on the wrong track.
Well, I had a thought as well. From time to time, I do a little bit of sketching and drawing, and I was thinking I could just go in on the pretense that I'm looking for animals to draw.
That's not a bad idea.
And then if someone else wants to poke around, I could even have I could even have Satkiel outside ready to like knock you on the shoulder if I think they've caught on.
Actually, also, isn't the city known for building things?
I mean, they seem fairly industrious.
Then what if I went in under the pretense of looking for information about constructing mechanical things? He pulls out his giant book of cataloged mechanical parts and lays it down and just starts opening it. I do a lot of messing around and tinkering with all sorts of mechanics and...
That's true, you just, I guess, have to hope that those sections are next to each other in the library.
Well, we could both go.
True.
You could tell them why we're there, and you could convince them, and I could just be there.
Right. I mean, if you went over and grabbed a book and brought it over to where I was, you could probably... Well... Nissa, would you join us as well? I feel like having you to do the talking, and not to mention the navigating, because I do not know the street signs here. Oh, Ted would know. Ted could read the signs here.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, maybe just... When you get Ted, ask him if he would lead us to the library. But yeah, you should probably untie him.
Yeah, why is he tied up?
Well, we just didn't want him hearing what our planning was.
And
But
we
I mean,
were
I came
all
home last
afraid.
night and he was... I came back last night and he was tied up.
He agreed to it. We were all afraid that if he accidentally lost control of himself in the night, he might manage to actually kill one of us before we woke up.
He actually seems rather haunted by what he thinks he's become, so he's rather, if anything, overly apologetic about the whole thing.
Okay, then.
So, yes, go... I would say...
Has
the
anyone
man,
taken him food or drink or anything?
well, breakfast is ready, so...
Yes. Breakfast is just ready. You should bring him down. He can eat with the rest of us.
Okay. I really need to teach you guys how to treat guests. Nessa goes upstairs.
Nessa,
I feel like
to all
Aridin
of
would
you
have had the
who tried
wisdom to
kill
not...
you.
Like, Aridin is proficient in survival, he probably would have thought to at least bring him some water.
Okay. Sure. So you head upstairs then?
Yeah.
Okay. So you head up and you see the door to the main bedroom is closed.
I'm gonna go knock and then enter.
You wait. No response.
I just walk in then.
Alright, you see Ted is kind of just slumped across the bed with his hands still tied behind him, with his face just buried in the pillow. And you just hear, oh.
I'm just gonna walk up and untie his hands.
Mm. Mm.
Are his feet tied together too?
Yes, I believe so.
I'm going to untie him.
Yeah.
Does he have a gag?
I mean, I don't think we would have tied his feet. We
No.
just need his hands so that, you know...
Oh,
his
yeah,
heart
no, you didn't
pass
tie his
out.
hands. You didn't
Okay,
tie his
so-
feet, right.
Just his hands are tied?
Yeah.
Are we all together in here? Or is it just
No,
Nissa?
Nissa just
No,
went
it's
upstairs.
just it's,
If you want, you can follow her up.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Mm. He still has his head buried in the pillow. What are you doing?
Ted, do you want breakfast or do you want to sleep for a while?
Hmm. He just rolls over and kind of stares up at the ceiling. Yeah, I guess breakfast is probably good.
Are you okay?
Let's eat. And he gets to his feet and shakes his wrists. Really nice to not be,
I'm sorry.
No, it's
That-
fine. It's fine. Let's go downstairs.
Okay. How are we feeling this morning?
He does a seesaw motion with his hand as he's walking out.
Are you feeling like you did yesterday after you broke free, or are you feeling like a thrall again?
More like yesterday, I think.
Okay.
You head downstairs, and he takes a seat at the table, not saying anything.
Good morning.
Morning, Ted.
So,
Morning.
question. We've been talking about dealing with this creature. Is no one worried about our hostess or the person we rescued on the road the other day?
I
Who are
want to
both
look into
missing?
that too, but I'm concerned that they're already dead. I mean, we saw the blood on you, and I do not think Kazi's nearly as capable of a fighter as you are, so I
Do you
would
have
very
any
much
idea what
love
happened?
to find them, but I worry that well,
But just
Also,
because you think
if we
they're
put
probably dead
effort
doesn't
into
mean...
finding them, and then the beast comes and takes over and eats half the town,
now that you've
did we really help?
I'm sort of at this point I'm more afraid to find out that they're still alive. But yes, we should look for them to at least figure out what's happened to them.
But I agree with Mord. I think the beast is a more pressing issue right now.
Yes, I mean I think the answers are going to be one and the same anyway.
Okay. I didn't
So-
mean to look for them now. I just wanted to know if you guys had thought about that at all.
Of course, I'm
Eridan
very
would
worried
have.
for their safety.
But he's sort of resigned.
I have a
I'm the
friend.
same way. I'm worried for their safety. I'm just more worried about the whole town right now.
We don't have
Yeah.
to worry about looking for them. The friend that helped me find Delphi is looking.
Oh, very good.
I
Good
don't
job,
know if
Delphi.
I'm reassured.
I did prepare some magic to search for Delphi, so perhaps if we find ourselves with the resources to spare, we can look for them. But I'm...
Oh yes, I need to prepare my spells. I've been so busy cooking, I've forgotten.
I feel like Mord is the only one mechanically inclined enough to be able to come up with the trolley problem analogy here.
The what?
The trolley problem, the ethics theoretical.
Oh, right.
So, like,
Oh,
Eridan would
God.
compare this to a trolley problem if he knew what a trolley was.
That's
Yeah.
upsetting.
Yeah.
Once he invents that, then we can talk about it.
Mord will suddenly get the idea for a trolley when he's thinking about this story in the future and be like, why am I thinking of this idea now?
The trolley is what again? I guess I gotta find out, huh?
Yeah.
Invent trolley.
I don't know what a trolley is. I'd better invent it and find out.
Let's just put some parts
I want to
together.
find a word that's special enough to me that I feel that I have to invent it.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's something everyone should strive for, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So what are you guys doing after you eat?
Ted, I was wondering. I'm supposing the archivist that you mentioned probably runs the only library in town, from the sounds of it.
No, actually. He's in charge of the archive in the gear hold. It's not really... I mean, it's not really a public library. It's more just the public records, and,
All right. Well, where's the public library?
down in the plots.
Could you lead us there?
Of course,
Where's-
yeah.
Excellent. That would be great.
Yeah, it's a big enough spot. You should be able to get in just fine.
So, just in case, does anyone want to wait outside? Zephyr, Pavu,
I can wait outside.
I don't mind waiting outside.
although Nissa, I feel like, well, if I'm honest, you're probably a better liar than I am. So we might make use of you inside.
Also,
It's up to you.
Okay.
Eridan, I don't know, but can you read Gnomish?
Oh, good point. I
So
mean,
we
I'm
need Nissa
going in.
and Ted.
I can read any
Yes,
language.
I'm aware you have that fancy spell. So,
I mean,
Nissa and Ted are going to be very useful in this situation.
Ted,
Yes.
can you read Gnomish? Oh, right, you can.
He just looks up and
Yes,
goes.
no.
He just
I'm
looks up
sorry.
and just stares at you.
Sorry, I.
That's
got
like asking
caught
if
up.
he's literate.
Yeah, I realized that. I forgot what race he was. For some reason, I was thinking he was human.
Oh.
No, he is.
he knows like Draconic only.
Yeah,
Sorry.
He's an American tourist. He only speaks his native language.
Oh god.
Even though he's lived here for years.
Oh,
I know that's like a joke, but like don't at me.
Yeah. Anyway. He just, yeah, he just looks back down at his plate. He's eaten about half of his breakfast. So, we're going to the library then?
Apparently.
That's the plan.
Yep.
Yes.
I hate to break it to you, but, a lot of the books in there are in Dwarvish or Gnomish.
Yes, well, I'm going to go in just on the pretense of wanting to draw things. I think it'll be up to you two to do any essential reading.
Fair enough.
Very few in Common Orcish or Orden.
I'm not sure, but the ones I looked at were Gnomish.
That makes
Lovely.
sense.
I didn't spend a lot of time in the library. I'm not really from around here.
We should probably
really?
check out the archives too.
No, I'm-
Except that's going to be incredibly conspicuous. It's a good bait, but we shouldn't do that until we're ready.
yeah, the Archivist has a total lockdown on that whole place. There's only 2 of the Archivists who run the whole thing, and one of them mostly does administrative work nowadays, so...
And you said the other one that's on its side has magic.
Yeah, that's Sorix. They both have magic, but Sorix is the one that I know is gonna
What's-
be a problem.
Oh yes, what sort of magic? What did you see him use?
Oh, I-
Arcane,
How
divine.
exactly do you
Well,
know who's the thrall?
Well, he mentioned the archivist came out of the woods at him.
Yeah, back
So
when
that's how he knows that part.
the Archivist was one of the ones we were fighting. He's an arcane practitioner of some sort. I just remember a lot of fire.
A lot of fire. Well, that's not good.
Funny that an Archivist
Fire
has a lot
my
of
thing.
fire, but
Yes, rather impractical, but
then again, he probably doesn't have to make use of it that much. Truth be told, I don't remember a lot more about that fight. But Sorix, yeah, the bald one you met, he's gonna be the problem.
right.
But
Wait,
we could go
who was
there
the-
under some other pretext.
who was the dwarf that we met in there?
The sheriff.
Ah.
I don't. I'm gonna
It's-
grab his name.
And it's
Sheriff-
uncertain.
Sheriff Dwygan Swiftforge. That's his name.
Do you know if the sheriff Dwygan, I think his name was, do you know about him?
The only thing I know about him is he gave us the information about the wolf tracks back when we originally went into the woods to fight that thing.
And
So
he
So
it's
it
also
really
sent
could be
us
either
out-
way.
He sent us to
Hold
meet
on.
you as well. But
Well, that's
we-
because we said we were part of their group.
well,
that was
yes,
dumb.
and I was going to say if they don't know who the other thralls were, did you ever have any? Did you ever indicate to him or give him any information that might have suggested you were on?
No,
There's-
we never went back into the gear hold after that first time.
So maybe that was just an innocent, if lazy, move.
It could have been. I mean, you know, he doesn't exactly. I mean, we were well known for being experts in the field, so he hired us.
Right.
Oh, he
Experts.
hired you.
Experts in the field, but not in the forest.
Correct.
So this city's a business-based city, yeah.
Yeah, mostly.
You could go in under the pretense of needing legal documents for a lawsuit.
I think it's more
More
industry than business, but yes, that is a good idea.
Oh well, it's a lot of business as well. This is the main hub for trade in this part of the world. I mean,
This is exactly where you'd look for legal documents. So
If you want to buy something dwarf make, this and Shalgan are the only places to get it. So, people from the city that want dwarf make stuff, they order from here. And they ship it in from the city through the tunnels.
Interesting.
So, it's still kind of a big place for trade as well, although most of it comes from orders outside town, from what I know anyway. I'm more familiar with its reputation than the locale.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're talking about lawsuits, nobody anywhere in a big city's gonna bother you.
That's probably true.
Zephyr,
Yeah.
what's a lawsuit?
So, if
someone
one
breaks,
person
go ahead.
wrongs another person, you can bring a what you call a lawsuit, where you fill out some documents and accuse them.
People fight each other with money.
Oh,
Bad
why would they
word.
fight with money?
It's a money
It
fight.
would be
It's
far
more
more
word.
efficient to fight with fists.
You pay someone to fight someone else with words.
It's telling the courts that you think that somebody else should pay you money,
Think
and then they
about
decide
money.
whether or not they do.
Think about money like blood. They hit each other until one of them runs out of it.
Oh. Why?
Because that's how people fight when they're too weak to hold a sword.
Basically, it's when
not
They're very stupid.
that you need documents for them, and nobody will bother you if you're talking about lawsuits.
it basically means that someone has wronged you, but it's not big enough for the nobles to care.
So walking around with a lawsuit is like walking around with a very big axe, but
Like
you're not
walking
going to get
around-
arrested for it?
Like walking around with a really big axe, except you have to be rich. Yeah.
And no one can
Like
see
walking around with
There's the
a huge snarl on your face.
Why do you-
Nobody wants to look at you.
Why do you think you never see nobles with giant axes?
Because they have lawsuits?
Exactly.
Ah.
Trust me, we had to learn that the hard way. Never mind, that's a long story.
I should get a lawsuit.
No, you
Don't
shouldn't.
listen to everything that these people say. That our friends are saying. I don't. They're not 100% knowledgeable in lawsuits.
Are you?
I am.
I'm pretty knowledgeable.
So am I.
Why
I'm sure in this
You know
is.
what? Never mind.
That makes two of us.
So what's your plan then? Go to the library now?
Yeah, apparently we're going to the library to do research on the wolf thing.
So
I guess we're going to read.
Are all of you going?
I'll stick around here.
So
Yeah.
Pabu and Zephyr
Uh,
are staying back? Is that what's happening?
Well, I think you should come with us and keep on guard outside just in case we
Because
get into
that's
trouble.
super
Last-
conspicuous.
Well, I mean, look, last time we split up, some of us nearly got killed.
That's true.
Oh, right. That was the time we split up.
Oh my god.
So, Ted, how far is the place from here?
Not that close. It's probably gonna be a bit of a walk.
Well,
Would it be more
I
effective
know
to
where
take
the
the
library
cart?
You do not.
we can
Okay.
look around and maybe if there's a place to eat nearby, you two can just sit down with a drink.
Yeah, it doesn't sound terrible.
There probably would be somewhere to eat nearby.
And I'll just have Satkil like Winnie or something if I need you all to run in.
Sounds good.
I should hope it sound good. We're asking you to sit and drink.
And off we go. So, everyone leaves except who? Anyone
Everyone
staying?
leaves.
Everyone leaves, okay.
Everyone leaves.
Are Zephyr and Pavu the only ones who are not going into the
I guess so.
I
Yeah, it
guess,
sounds like they'll be staying outside.
Okay.
You walk
I
out
thought
into
we
the
were
streets.
trying not to draw attention.
Well, if they're like sitting at a bar
No,
across the street.
I mean, why are we all going in, or most of us?
I'm going into draw animals, ostensibly. In
I'm
reality,
going
maybe
in
flipping
to
through them.
draw parts of things.
Although in reality, well, we're yeah. I don't know if there's a pretense
And
for
you
you
and
to
Ted are
flip
the
through the monster
translators.
books. Yeah.
Okay.
Was I able to see the? There wasn't light on the creature, right?
There wasn't light on the creature. Is that what you're saying?
Like when we were running, Nissa was the only one who could see it because
Yes,
of her dark
correct.
vision. Okay. Did you describe what it looks like to us at all?
I can.
Yeah, I guess Aaron would probably ask you about like, he's probably got an idea that you've got dark vision by now, and would probably ask anyone in the party who had dark vision like what they saw chasing us.
Okay, did you do that while we were in the house? Or...
Yeah.
Say you're on the walk. You guys discussed.
Yeah.
Why? I'll describe it when we get back. I
Well,
don't want anyone in the library overhearing.
Well, before we get into the library, I sort of need to know what I'm looking for.
Oh, right. It was a wolf-like creature, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes,
It was like orangish brown or something.
it was reddish.
Okay.
That's why I called it a werewolf. It's a wolf that wears people.
Yes.
Oh.
The reddish fur was kind of weird, almost like semi-formed, like, you know, it's supposed to pause like kind of semi-humanoid hand kind of things, and it was running on all fours, just kind of bounding after you guys. It was pretty large.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Why do clerics know tongues but not comprehend languages?
I don't know.
It's very annoying.
Well, because speaking in tongues is like a religious thing.
Oh, right, yeah, of course it is.
Right.
Of course, speaking
I've
in
asked
tongues
this
is a
question
religious thing.
before.
Ah, I forgot about that.
I remember now.
Except
yeah, I think
normally-
you've answered that before.
Except normally it's like saying a bunch of gibberish in a room, but
And
you
it's
know,
more... Yeah.
in this case it's actually useful. So, you guys head down the street. Looking back and forth, people are still so busy. It's like they never stop. As you're continuing through, you can see a cart move by hastily with someone as just a cart full of what looks like little clockwork devices just moves past you guys towards a workshop. So you guys start making your way through this edges of the Tinker's Borough, which is where you guys were staying, past the stockades, and are heading deeper in towards the plots, which is what they call the kind of market area, where all the businesses are. As you're making your way along the street, however, let me check something. I did not have my thing open. I apologize.
Aaron is smacked in the face by let me check something.
Ow! God damn it! No. Here we go. Zephyr, I don't have your passive perception written down.
I do. It's 11.
Thank you. Okay.
You don't have my what?
Don't worry about it. Mord.
Okay. I'm getting a little bit of cutout right now.
Alright. Mord.
What's up?
Oh.
Yeah?
So you spot, just as you guys are making your way through the main, actually, I haven't sent the map to you guys. Let me send you the map so you don't have to look at the stream. I just finished this very recently, so I hadn't sent it to you guys before. But here it is. It's in the Peanut Gallery chat on the Discord. So you guys are on the where it says the Tinker's Borough. You guys are on that street right now, passing the stockades.
Ooh, this is a good map.
Thank you. And you can see the gear hold up, stretching up kind of to your guys' right. And you see at that little intersection there where the gear hold is, you can see the same two Dragon Tops that were stationed there yesterday. And they're just keeping an eye. You only notice them because you notice they're the same two you saw yesterday.
And are these the two that Ted described? Or like do they match the description?
Roll a perception check.
I mean, fair.
They're on the other side of the road, and they're pretty short. and they have, they're wearing light goggles and outfits and have pikes. They're a little
Right.
harder to see.
That's
Is this
12.
map
12?
accurate with the north-south? Because it looks like the forest is to the east.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, where's
sorry.
north?
This isn't. I should have put that on the map. That's the one thing I forgot to put on the map. No,
It's kind of important.
No, north is to the right on this map.
Okay.
I apologize.
Oh.
I should have done that, but I didn't.
So that is okay. Cool. I would have, and before we left, I would have described the two, like the two descriptions I got of the dragon tops.
Yeah.
But suffice to say, with a 12, I probably don't recognize them myself.
No, it's hard to tell from here, unfortunately.
And Mord is walking around with his nose in a book,
Oh, is he?
scribbling and thinking. He's sticking close, like glancing up to make sure he doesn't walk into anyone. But basically, I'm preparing spells.
Ah, well, in that case, you didn't notice them. So you continue.
Notice
Did I notice? Well, okay.
Nobody. So you can keep going, and yeah, you turn to your left and continue on as Tez just kind of leading you through the crowds towards the plots. You guys make your way along, take another couple twists and turns down some side streets, and eventually you arrive at this large, round, white stone building with a domed roof that appears to be the library. As he's leading you towards it, he then stops, kind of looking up, and says, "I haven't been here in a little while, but here it is."
Is that the one? Just out of curiosity, is it the one behind the smokestack? Just because I see a round building there.
Oh, no, it's a much smaller, it's a labeled library, actually. It's in the plots down on the... Wish I had a way to ping it for you, but I don't.
Oh, we went to the bottom. We went towards the south. Okay.
Well, the east.
Well,
But
sorry,
on this map, it would be the south.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a few different. Okay, I see the rough area.
Yeah, there's a
many round
library.
buildings.
It's a small. It looks on the map kind of small. It's a round building, in the plots. No, the smokestacks does not have things like that, but it's not important. Anyway,
Is it down that main road from
Oh, I
the
found it.
smokestacks?
yes, down the main road from the smokestacks. Yes,
Okay.
you can see it there. So as you guys stop out front and look up at this large building, what do you want to do?
Well, we should look around for somewhere in Zephyr and Pavu to wait.
You look around up
Yep.
and down the street, and you spot there is a small cafe that looks like it can probably fit Pavu and Zephyr in it, which is on the corner.
How far is that from us?
It's only like 2 buildings down. It's not that far.
Do I see anywhere I
Is
could?
that close enough for message?
No. Message is
Damn.
fairly limited range.
And it's blocked by a bunch of obstacles. I not abused. I made extensive use of message as a wizard.
No, it is not actually obscured by objects as long as you
No,
know.
it's not.
As long as you know
that's
the person.
right. That's right.
But no, it's still too far away for that.
Okay.
The other.
Does it look?
Sorry, go on.
I was saying, does it look like there's anywhere I could stick Satkill inconspicuously?
No.
No.
No, not inconspicuously, no.
No.
He's huge. He's in a gnomish town.
You should
Right.
have left him with the cart.
I mean, I can always send him back, but I was hoping to use him as a warning system.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of unused space in this town.
Right.
Unfortunately.
What do you all reckon I should do with Satkill? Because I was
He
hoping
should
to
go-
use him to warn the others, but
Can't you just, like, dismiss your summoned steed into, like, nothingness for a little bit?
I can dismiss it, but then I have to use the spell again. So you figured it out, eh?
Huh?
Oh, I just said apparently you figured it out.
Excuse me.
I think you should go back because we're trying not to draw attention.
You've
I
done a
mean-
great job of that so far.
I
Oh
mean,
yes, we've done a wonderful job.
to be fair, knowing what we know, attracting attention right now might not be the worst thing, but... Alright, then what do we do if we get in trouble in there, if we think they're onto us?
More, do you have sending prepared?
The what?
The spell you use to cast messages across far distances.
Oh, yes, I have that.
Would you be willing to use it if we need it?
Oh, yeah, of course.
There we go. Is everyone okay with that?
Seems
I mean-
good to me.
Yeah. Eridan has no idea how expensive that spell is, so...
Yeah. It's definitely not cheap.
What spell? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Sending. I mean, it doesn't actually cost money, but as far as spell power,
Yeah.
it's the top tier spell I can cast right now, and I can only cast 2, so...
It's a bit pricey.
Well, we probably won't need it, but I can always run out of the building and run close enough to cast message.
Alright, well... Let's open. Well... If it comes to that, we'll be ready.
Who's going in?
I guess the 4 of us.
5. Or wait, no, is there only 4 of us?
There's 5
I
of...
did my...
I mean, there's 6 of you here. I'm asking... So just Pabu and Zephyr are going to the
Okay.
cafe, right?
I did my math wrong then, because for some reason I was thinking we had, like, 7 people with us.
No.
Oh.
And 5 of us were going in.
It's the party of 5, and then Ted.
Okay. I did math wrong.
So,
Anyways, 4 of us are going in and 2 of us aren't.
Yeah, so Pabu and Zephyr are going to the cafe, everyone else is going in. Got it. So, you all head over to the door of the library and open it up. And you head inside. It's fairly quiet on the inside here. You can still hear the occasional person reading up and down these gigantic... As you head inside, there's a massive crystal chandelier above the main area. Behind you can see lines and lines of bookshelves with tall ladders that have many steps. And there is a round front desk, one of those like half-moon desks, where there is a single secretary sitting there, or librarian. And she has half-moon glasses, a shock of bright yellow hair, and is surrounded by papers. And there's a sign-in sheet with names on it. And as you enter, she looks up. How can I help you?
We're looking for the magical creature section.
Magical creatures. That would be right over here. Second to the left. Please write your names here. And write your names on the sign-out sheet when you leave, please.
And I'm looking for the
Nissa signs her name and then goes to where she pointed out. Sorry,
All right.
go ahead.
Aaron will do the
what's
same.
it called? It's the metalworking and building things section.
Let's see. Physics and applied metallurgy would probably be the section you're looking for.
Right.
You may have a bit of trouble fitting into the aisles wearing that.
Oh,
I would advise leaving it here.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I really must insist that heading into the aisles like that will destroy valuable knowledge.
Oh, really?
You are very large, sir.
Yeah, I know.
We have a box back here. Fortunately, it's empty. You can put your items in there.
And I can take them back when I leave, of course.
Obviously, yes.
Okay.
Morta will take off his armor
Yeah.
and put a shield next to the box.
So I presume that, like, Eridan, this would still be happening while Eridan was in earshot. So, from my vantage, can I roll insight at it? Like, Eridan is no good at insight, but
Sure.
That's a 15. Does it seem like this is just entirely about the books?
She seems bored and used to weird things happening in this place, and seems very much concerned that, I mean, just by you yourself looking, like, you will just about fit between these rows. Mord is considerably larger than you.
Yeah, more what I'm trying to suss out is, like, is she getting to take off his armor because she's on the thing's side?
I mean, you don't sense any weirdness.
Yeah, that's what I figure. My check is saying, oh, it's benign. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, and did you say, was she a gnome?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
How
behind the
big
desk.
is this library?
It's a fairly large building, and it's like built so it can accommodate humans, but it's not built so it can accommodate Mords.
Okay.
Mords or Pavus,
half
really.
Orogs are a little bit
They're pretty big. They're pretty big. But yeah,
Also,
it's a fairly big
the
building.
biggest library Mord's ever seen.
Yeah, it has 2
Although
floors.
that's
as well.
not a high bar.
No, it has 2 floors, and it has this kind of. You guys headed in, and it had this little area, like in the very center, and then there are shelves in like a sun pattern formation out going all the way around. You can also see there's the occasional, just normal, not Dragon Top, just town guard that's occasionally just like standing at the head of one of the sections to make sure no one's taking anything or doing anything crazy, like testing clockwork devices indoors.
Oh, damn, okay.
Well,
I don't like
see.
the way you said that.
I wasn't planning on doing that, but that does eliminate it as an option.
Yeah. So.
I didn't know I wanted that until I couldn't have it.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
It's like, I hadn't considered testing them in here, but...
So Mord, you're by yourself at the front desk, and you spend about 10 minutes in almost awkward silence just taking off your armor and putting it in the box behind the desk.
And very awkward clankiness, yeah.
All you hear is the scratching of her ink pen that entire time. She says, sign your name here and peruse as you like.
Is it alright if I sign in Orcish?
Of course.
Thank you.
Physics and applied metallurgics are that way.
Yes, those things.
He heads over there.
I left Ted with you in case, or we should have left Ted with him just in case he needed help reading things.
Ted just signs the note with the sign-in paper without saying anything and follows Mord. So meanwhile, Nissa and Aridin, you're going through the bookshelves on your own. You see the occasional gnome on like a stool reading something, or in some cases, you can see people that appear to be more librarians taking out books and writing down titles and things like that.
So I'm going to be just flipping through and looking at the pictures, and I hope I don't have to roll deception because that is literally what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But yeah, you're looking through the magical creature section. Are you both just looking through books?
I'm looking for any book. I don't know how they're alphabetized, and I should probably cast comprehend languages now.
Yeah, you don't really know how the dwarvish alphabet works.
I'm going to try and find. Actually, I'm going to walk up to one of the gnomes that looks like they work there.
Yeah, okay. You walk up to one just random person, and you see he's got he looks like he's like a little taller for a gnome. He's got like he's kind of balding on top, has these little side whiskers, and he's currently moving books around and writing titles down on a small clipboard.
Hi, do you work here?
Yes.
Could you point me to where exactly I'd find books on magical wolves or magical creatures like wolves?
Probably somewhere in this section. Magical wolves. We do have a section on werewolves over here. It's kind of a side venture. If that's not what you're looking for, I'm afraid I'm not sure what I could recommend. I might be able to recommend him. If you're looking for something on undead, I have something over here for that.
No, I'm looking for something on werewolf-like creature that has reddish fur and can turn people into thralls.
I'm looking at Nissa. I'm just like, and then I think about it. And like, I just shrug.
I'm gonna have him roll some dice here real quick. Let's see. It does actually ring a bell. Give me a moment. He sort of like goes looking through, and then you see he takes this. He goes over to this one section where there is a bookshelf that is appears to be slightly separated from the rest of them. He reaches back, takes the book off the shelf, and then reaches in where the book was, and you see him switch something, put the book back, and the bookshelf turns slightly and reveals one of those sliding ladders that he takes out from the side, and goes up to one of the near top shelves.
While they're doing this, I'm just gonna look around to see if anyone has started to behave differently in the vicinity.
Make an insight check.
That's a 1. Or well, technically, it's a 2. It's a 2, but I rolled a 1.
You know, the books aren't acting differently.
That's good to know.
So yeah, as
Don't
you're,
have any books flying around. Are you sure?
No flying books. But yeah, he goes up near the top shelf. He goes up near the top shelf, which is somewhere you couldn't actually reach. And takes the book off the shelf and kind of slides back down and presents this little red volume. He says, "This is about northern cold light folklore. I might have seen something like that in here." He flips from page to page. Flips again. "Is this what you're looking for?" And he holds out the book. And there's a rough sketch of what looks like a very large red wolf, probably the size of a bear. It doesn't really resemble the thing that you saw in that it has 6 eyes, but it's definitely scary looking.
Not quite. It was more like a werewolf partially turned, but not completely.
That's very specific. I'd advise browsing the werewolf section and seeing what you come up with.
May I see that book too?
Of course. Hands over the book.
Thank you. I head to the werewolf section.
Good luck.
Nissa, if you need me to look through anything while you're looking around, I could probably just flip through and let you get to your business.
Okay. I hand him the book.
I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing here otherwise, so...
Okay.
Say that quietly.
Meanwhile, while this is going on...
Yep.
Nissa and Pavu. Nissa and Pavu is not what I meant to say. Pavu and Zephyr is what I meant to say. Pavu and Zephyr.
Who's like, when did I magically teleport over there?
You do that a lot.
You two open the doors to the cafe. So, as you guys enter and stand awkwardly in the doorway while people are bustling around serving coffee and fried food and pastries, what would you like to do?
Do you guys have the Foxcat and Snowball with you?
Yeah, do you?
Do we have Snowball with us?
I have Delphi with me.
Delphi's with you. Is Snowball with you, Zephyr, or is he back at the house?
Yeah, Snowball's with me.
Yeah, I forgot it's a she. Okay, so you have both your pets, and you just walked in. You're by far the tallest people here. What do you want to do?
There's no sign that says, like, no pets or anything, right?
No. At least not one that you can read.
Right.
Is there, like,
I'm having flashbacks.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Zephyr?
Like, you know, like a server, like a please wait here sign?
You can't read the signs.
Oh. Is there, like, any stand, you know, the podiums that, like, the server people always stand at when you're about to be...
Nope, it's a cafe. They don't have one of those.
You just go and sit down or order your food.
The cafe, is there a bar?
Listen,
yeah, there's a bar. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, you're in medieval Starbucks.
Yeah, basically, yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go up to the bar as respectively as I can and sit down as respectively as I can.
All right.
Right, so you look like a noble.
You all hear the chair creak slightly, but it doesn't break, and you sit down. Pavu, what do you do? Pavu? You're just standing currently. Are you following him and sitting down too, or are you just gonna stand awkwardly? Hello?
Megan?
Oh, my audio is like cutting out a lot.
Oh, is it? Oh,
I don't
sorry.
know what's going on.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Can you hear us all right, or is it?
Kind of.
Okay, well,
are you gonna go sit with Zephyr?
Connecting. Yeah.
Yeah, just try
I think
reconnecting.
we're gonna be rich and we'll buy each other like our own.
All right.
computers.
Yeah, you guys need to do that. So yeah, Poppy awkwardly takes the seat next to you, and the chair does not creak because she's not wearing armor. But Zephyr, is it better now, Megan? Any better? I'm gonna guess not. Anyway, as you're sitting there, takes a minute or so, but eventually one of the barmaids comes over, and she is a surprise, a gnome, wearing kind of like this little apron, carrying a tray that has 3 coffee cups on it that are about the size of the palm of your hand, maybe like a little bigger than that. She just looks over the counter. Something I can get you?
I'd like 1 coffee black, and in the largest size you can, if you don't mind.
Of course, yeah. 1 coffee, large size, yeah. And
I'll have 1 too.
Okay, black coffee.
What he
got it.
got.
Got it. Yep. All right. And any food for you guys?
What's hot today?
She kind of looks in the back. Looks like we got pancakes, cinnamon rolls. Got some eggs over here.
If I could have
a cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll. All right. Cinnamon roll.
you could do
I got some fancy
egg
spices
whites
here.
for me, I'd be very appreciative.
What was that last thing? Sorry.
If y'all can do egg whites for me, I'd be very appreciative.
Egg whites. Sure. We can. I guess. Sure. Scriggles
Oh my
that down. All right. I'll be back. And she walks
I
off.
just
with
caught Zephyr being specific with egg whites. That's amazing.
yeah.
Why?
In my real life, I eat a lot of egg whites.
So, she heads into the back. As you guys...
Self-ins.
Meanwhile, while you two are doing awkwardly ordering, Mord, you're in the library with Ted.
Yes. So, Orcish and Giant both use Dwarvish script, so I do know the alphabet.
Yes,
But
even if it's different. Yeah.
I still don't know Gnomish.
Yeah, dwarves. It's more accurate to say that that dwarves use giant script, but yeah, same difference. Giants pretty much invented language in general in this world. The first language was giant, because the dragons didn't really have language. They just kind of did vague angry emotions at each other for a long time with mental stuff.
Yeah.
But eventually they got their own language too, probably because they were jealous. Anyway, so... yeah, you know the alphabet. Ted's like, so you're looking for
But I've
machine
never been in a
stuff?
library before.
Yeah, so you're looking for machine things? Why are we doing that?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay.
I was just supposed to help get in here. Maybe we should circle around and help the others.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Let's do that.
So, you two head back around, kind of trying to look inconspicuous, which is hard. So, Nissa, you're heading over to the werewolf section. Eridan's looking through the red book, right?
Yes.
Alright.
I left it, or I held it open on the page that the guy showed me so I could show Eridan the fun wolf.
Fun wolf. Okay. Very fun.
While I'm flipping through, do I see anything else that resembles what Nissa talked about?
Roll an investigation check. Actually,
Wow.
Actually, you don't need to roll for that because you're not reading anything, so never mind. You're literally just
Alright,
flipping.
you denied me a 4.
You're
Thank
literally just flipping through, looking at pictures. So there's
Exactly.
not like there's it. Yeah. Yeah. Normally I say investigation when you're like looking for specific information, but you can't even read it, so it doesn't matter.
you. Wow, I'm better on a check because I'm not literate in the language. Amazing.
I mean, better is subjective. You're not getting any of the written words.
Fair.
All you get is a picture. So you're looking through, and you're still kind of flipping through the pages when you hear loud footsteps behind you, and Mord and Ted come up from one of the aisles.
Hello.
Hi, yes.
Were you
was-
following along behind me, or were you staying where you were?
I was staying where I was.
Okay.
We're here to be helpful.
Yes, I think, well, I was just looking through a book that Nissa gave me, and I haven't seen anything that looks quite like what she described. So maybe you can just, I mean, all we can do really, well, Ted will be able to read, but we can be here to look at the pictures anyway. So see what you can do for her.
Are there people in here that help you find things?
Yes, just be mindful of how much you say about our mission.
Oh, yes, of course. Do you know where any of them are?
I mean, where's the last place I saw one of them?
The guy who helped Nissa is down at the end of the current aisle you're in, and is organizing books on the third shelf up.
I'll play at him and just say he didn't seem to react at all when Nissa told him quite a lot, actually, so he might not be a problem.
Ah, all right.
I'll head over to him.
All right.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
I'm looking for books about northern Cold Lights and just general Cold Light area lore on monsters, preferably in Orcish or Orden.
That's very specific.
Yes.
I'll
call it to Moore. Moore, you know Ted can read it, right?
Oh, of course.
Well,
English is also fine.
one of the main books I have on a subject like that is the book he's holding over there. He points at the red book. However,
Alright.
there's a few others if you're looking for. Are you looking for just general information or mythology?
Either is fine.
What's this for? Just curious.
It's a project I'm working on. I'm trying to catalog as many of the stories of the Cold Light as I can. I'm from that area.
Ah, I can tell.
You see he's flipping through a book, and then puts it back. Not that one.
Let's see. The habits of the snow elves. No. Catalog of deceased witch clans. No. Let's see. Journeys across the ice fields. No. Ah, here we go.
And he pulls out another red book. This one kind of bound in leather and very badly painted over. That appears to be in Orden. And he just says,
Here it is. This is a catalog on supernatural events in Cold Light.
Oh, thank you. Very good. Very helpful.
Let's see.
and he kind of looks down the spine.
Oh, that's interesting. No author.
Interesting.
He immediately takes a note on his clipboard.
We'll have to try and look into that. Very irritating when people don't label their own work.
Yes, of course. It's very irritating. I always make sure to label mine.
Yes.
Whoa, what was that?
Could you guys hear that?
Yeah.
It's a very far away vehicle. I don't know why you could hear it.
Yeah, it sounded
okay.
like a fast car.
Yeah.
Just because the music golem is always on, so it was just like,
Oh, yeah.
Crux, is there an air raid siren in Hooven Crinkle?
No, there is not. Fortunately, no. Not yet.
Oh God.
Not yet. There might be after this, but
Dragon Raid Siren.
Oh god.
so
That is a hell of an air raid.
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Holy shit.
So you guys are looking through. Nissa, you're looking at the werewolf section. Make an investigation check for relevant information.
Okay. My die is over here, not over there.
That was weird.
What?
Just that sound effect was weird.
Yeah, a little angelic bit.
Was
in the
not what I
corner.
What
meant
am
to
I
do.
doing again?
Investigation for relevant information.
Invest.
The skill should be there listed as that. It should say investigation for relevant information, and then it should have a little bubble whether or not you're proficient in it.
12.
Are you proficient? Are you proficient in investigation? Yes. Are you proficient in relevant information?
No, I'm not.
No.
Who?
12.
12. Okay. So,
12.
also, Megan, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I moved to a different part of my house, so I think it was just like where I was.
Oh, okay, your family have the laundry on or something?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm home alone.
Uh,
I don't know what what the heck it was.
You're a little
But
quieter now,
It's better
but
now.
but yeah, cool. So
Also, my cat might make a cameo with his purring because
Got it.
Aww.
he's annoying.
always good.
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my cat to show
Cats
up.
are good.
She'll show up at some point.
They are.
So you're looking through 12, right? So you're looking through. You see a book on lycanthropy and possible cures. There's another book on. There's another book that says the rise and fall of the were-rats. Looking through, you kind of see.
I need that book in real life.
Yeah. Are you? By the way, are you casting comprehend languages for this? I assumed you were.
I cast it before
Cool.
I got over here, before I even asked the guy what book.
Got it.
Because we walked into the shelves, and then I cast it, and then I realized there was someone I could just ask for
Yeah.
a very specific book.
Yeah. So you're looking through. You see another book titled "The Werewolves of the Feywild."
I take that book.
Okay, you take that one. Still looking through here with a 12. The only other thing you see here is a book on the medicinal purposes of wolfsbane, which isn't strictly related, but is probably put here by mistake.
I'm just going to take the book I have and head back to them.
Okay. You head back. Yeah, unfortunately, Aridin, you have not found any relevant pictures in this book. You have found a lot of scary-looking things. But, yeah, nothing that matches the description that you were given.
I want to start flipping through the book as I'm walking.
So I
How
found
about
nothing.
me? Am I finding anything in this book?
Ted's looking through it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was in Orden.
Oh, right, you read Orden. I forgot.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask, like, even if I didn't see anything strictly matching it, like, did I see anything? The kind of the big identifier was just fur and humanoid hands, so I saw nothing like that.
No.
Okay.
The only wolf you saw had proper wolf paws. And 6 eyes. So, yeah, Morn, make an investigation check as well.
Oh, hold. I'm not in front of dice. I have an app.
Filthy heathen.
Agreed.
I know. I hate it, but I needed to go get food.
Lance really hates it. He almost won't play if he doesn't have dice.
16.
16.
I
Okay.
steal other people's dice when I don't have dice.
It's a good plan. That's hard. Yeah. Anyway. So you.
I
yeah.
don't
I live
trust
in a household
simulators.
Where I'm the only person who owns dice.
Well.
Never mind.
Mm,
I was commenting on the fact that all of Chris's family plays D&D, which is kind of cheating.
That's not
It is-
actually
it is-
true.
it is
Only
cheating.
me, Jaden, and my dad do. That's
oh,
I
only
guess
3 of
That
you.
is
Only the
3/4
majority.
of your 4-person family.
Yeah, exactly.
5.
5?
Yes, I have a younger
Oh,
brother
yeah.
and a mother as well. Actually, 2 younger
Yeah, I met
brothers
you.
and a mother.
You have 2 younger brothers?
Jaden and Riley.
Oh.
And then I have my
Oh,
dad
yeah.
and my
Yeah.
mother.
I love that you forgot. Anyway,
Yeah, I met
so.
your younger brother. I forgot he existed. I'm sorry to.
It's fine. He
I
never
totally
does
didn't know
anything.
about Ryan until, like, I
It's-
got to your house.
It's fine. He
Well,
never does anything.
It's fine. He's forgettable anyway.
Wow, rude.
I mean, I don't talk about him as much, and
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
Moving
3/4
on.
of your family is a good amount.
so
Compared to
anyway,
my one.
yeah, that's true. I've known in my family plays D&D except me too. So, anyway. So yeah, you Mord, you didn't have as much time, so you're still looking. But Nissa, you get back with your book. You're still looking through. Mord.
So, sorry, did Nissa come back or did she stay over at those?
No, she
shelves?
came back
No,
with
I
her
came
book.
back.
So I would have asked. So what did you find?
It's like werewolves in Feywild or something. I cannot remember, and I screwed up lycanthropy.
I mean, that sounds a little too specific. Was there anything just on sort of mythology involving wolves in general?
You've got it.
Ah, I see.
So
I
Mord,
found something over here about general cold-like mythology that I'm having a look through. Might be something useful in here.
Yeah, so this journal, as it appears to be, it's a journal. It has notes about supernatural events.
Lovely.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
16. I already did
16, got it. I
Wait,
forgot.
wouldn't Ted be the? Oh wait, no.
It's
Ted
Orden.
doesn't
It's
have
Orden.
to read it.
Yeah, so he can read it.
I think my audio is not always coming through. I feel like I'm saying a lot of
I'm
stuff.
pretty
and
sure
you guys
I
are only
heard
hearing,
you.
Like,
No, I know you
I
said
just
Orden,
forgot.
but I'd forgotten that he because we brought Ted to read the books because we figured at least most of them would be in Gnomish and
yeah. Well, I asked the librarian for the one book he could find in Orden.
yeah, and then he commented about how that was very specific.
Yes.
Yeah.
So looking through, you see a description of... You read a particularly horrifying description you got kind of distracted by, where you read a description of living blizzards, which are...
Oh, yeah. I'm aware of them.
Gargantuan ice elementals that are basically living blizzards, as their name would suggest, except they follow you.
Ooh, fun.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They feed
Terrible
off of...
way to die, though.
They feed off of heat. So, yeah.
Lovely.
Oh.
Like I said, terrible way to die.
Really terrible way to die. It's how people die, yeah.
Actually, going out in the cold is actually considered a more painless method. But
Oh, is it? What do you know?
Yeah. Well,
Burning to death is the worst step.
well, you just kind of fall asleep. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, of the ways to die.
It's actually not that bad.
yeah.
It's not.
I mean, but it's a living blizzard that's going to eat.
That's true.
Oh,
coming
on
off
an
of you.
on an existential level, it's horrifying. But you won't be conscious very long.
Yeah. Except for, the occasional biting piece of hail or whatever. That hurts a little bit.
Fair.
But yeah, you're reading about that. You kind of skip through. You see a description of you see another description about fog giants that live in swamps, and how
lovely.
you don't see them coming until they're already there.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
because they're fog giants.
I really
Yeah.
hope this means that 16 passed the check and you're just fluffing for time while you collect this.
No, I'm just, there's a lot of useful information in here. But yeah, you're kind of skipping through, and it looks like I don't have time to read about fog giants right now. And you're looking through until you arrive at a page that has no picture, as most of them don't have pictures. But it does have a description that catches your attention immediately. At the top of the page, written in the casual, scrawl of whoever wrote this, it says...
Oh god, the music.
It says in capital letters...
I can't hear the music.
It says in capital letters, Nightgarm.
Oh, there we go.
Oh god.
Oh god.
It says night what?
Nightgarm.
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 FYI, for the stream audience and for any of you who don't know, the Garm refer to, I think, 3 specific wolves in Norse mythology. So
Yep.
you've probably heard Fenrir around in games. So that was one of them. So yeah,
I didn't realize there was more than one.
Yeah. So when he said that name, I was just like, okay. So I mean, I know what Nissa saw too, but it's just okay, it's pretty clear the kind of creature we're dealing with here.
Yeah. And then, you'll have to give me one moment as I've misplaced something. Here we go. Because I actually have some of the text from the actual entry that I'm going to read you.
Oh god.
As this person had a fairly up-close and personal experience with one of these. So, let's see. Here we go.
Sounds like a good thing.
So you look at it, and it says at the top, Nightgarm. And it says, these humanoid creatures work with their lupine mother and their warg and winterwolf brothers and sisters to destroy human and dwarvish settlements. Their howls are songs of vengeance, and their fangs and jaws seem ready to swallow the world. Under that it says, my experience with these creatures has been short, and I'd like to keep it that way. Created by magical rituals usually presided over by evil druids or members of the like organization. They are always female and are always loyal followers of Fenris. From my experience, they seem dedicated to harassing servants of gods, especially the northern gods of the sky, thunder, or wisdom. Their spawn infiltrates...
Hey, Zephyr!
Yeah, Zephyr! Oh god, Zephyr!
Their spawn infiltrates settlements to bring them down, treachery that always ends with a massed attack by other wolves.
Oh.
Why do they want revenge?
And we're sure this is the wolf that
I think
we
they
had.
just want food.
This sounds pretty damn accurate.
So Ian
This
and
is the wolf that we're pretty sure is mind controlling people?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
There's more.
Good, keep reading.
And it's under that it says, I was unable to get a sketch, as I was a little pressed for time. But unfortunately, but Nightgarms, from my recollection, resemble enormous wolves. But up close, their wide mouths, hate-filled eyes, and half-formed fingers give them away as something different from and much worse than wargs. They wield items in their front paws and can walk on their hind legs when necessary, although they're far swifter on four. I remember when it opened its mouth unnaturally wide to swallow an adventurer whole. Fortunately, I managed to escape, and I haven't seen one since. My advice would be steer clear of Northgard when you can.
Are we anywhere near close
Sorry.
to Northgard?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
You've not heard
That's
of
what it is.
Northgard, actually.
Oh god.
Have I?
Nope.
Have I?
Nope.
None of us
Oh,
have?
great.
None of you have. But
I'm
that's
not there.
that's where the entry on the Nightgarm ends.
I want to... What was the very beginning again?
Oh, well, let me open the book again. Crap. Let me grab it. I just closed it, but
Sorry.
it's fine. It's fine.
If you could take a picture of the specific text and send it to us, we won't have to keep asking you.
Or you could tell me which book.
I'm not gonna do that.
That's all right.
I'm not gonna do either of those things. So no, the first sentence.
The bit about why they do what they're doing or something.
They are dedicated to harassing servants of gods, especially the northern gods of sky, thunder, or wisdom.
No, the bit about revenge.
Just said their howls are songs of vengeance, and their fangs and jaws seem ready to swallow the world.
Okay. Why do they want revenge?
Oh, it didn't say
doesn't
revenge. It said
Oh.
vengeance.
Yes, but generally when someone says that, they want vengeance for something that's
Fair.
been done to them or someone they know.
Well,
It does not
they said
say.
created by followers of Fenris,
It
right?
says they are loyal followers of Fenris.
Oh, okay.
And they specifically hate northern gods and humans and dwarves. So,
Yeah, they usually like to attack dwarvish or human settlements.
so they hate Cord and Moradin, probably?
Yes, you'd imagine. You know Cord is the son of Moradin, so that would make sense.
Oh, well, yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah, another question. Does Eridan, know about the connection between silver and werewolves?
Make a religion check.
Oh boy, I'm great at those. There are moments where I wish I was playing Serac. Oh, okay. That's a 17. Just a straight 17.
He has probably heard of creatures, particularly certain types of undead and other things considered unholy that have an aversion to silver weaponry. Yes.
Okay.
Particularly among shape changers as well. Actually, I think most shape changers have that.
Okay. But he's never heard of it. Has he heard of it specifically in relation to werewolves?
No, he doesn't know much about werewolves.
Okay.
It's not exactly common knowledge.
Yeah. I wondered because he lived in the wolf clan,
That's true.
but they might not have exposure either, depending on where they are in
No,
your
they
world.
don't.
So,
They
okay.
probably don't.
Yeah,
Actually,
they're just like, oh, wolves. We ride them and we kill them.
There
Cool.
is there is actually one thing I forgot to mention. In the section about being loyal. Whose phone is on?
Sorry.
It's fine. In the section about harassing servants of the gods, it also says, conversely, this hatred of the northern gods can also be seen as a weakness. They will retreat from any presented symbol of faith that they come into contact with.
Oh.
Ooh.
Juicy.
All right. Now that's good to know.
Definitely.
As we have 3 divine casters, certainly useful knowledge. All right, I'm
I
gonna
also
share this with
just
the rest of the
simple.
group.
How loudly do you do so?
Oh, I bring it over to you guys and I like set it down on the table and I show you. I'm pretty quiet about it.
And Aridin is just looking. He's just looking at all of you and watching your faces because he knows that he's getting nothing out of the page.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't actually expect you to read it. I bring it over, set it down, and I read it to you.
So you will see Aridin just kind of looking at you and trying to communicate with his eyes, like what to expect.
Do I notice this? Because if so, I'll...
Oh, Aridin's not subtle.
Okay, I'll just start reading from the book then.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, because I said I was going to read it to you.
Okay.
Oh.
So you read it out
I think
loud.
not all of my audio is coming through, and I'm not sure why.
Maybe.
Very odd.
Meanwhile, however...
So I would try to get him to do it quietly or suggest. Anyway, we'll get back to that. Just
Yeah,
I may have a
low
qualifier.
tones.
Okay.
He's not very loud, and he's right next to you guys, so he's kind of reading it directly to you very quietly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So meanwhile, in the cafe, the food and drink are brought over for your consumption, Pavu and Zephyr. Placed down. You know, they're on gnome-sized plates, but they've given you a little more food than they probably would normally, because you're larger people. It says, there you go, enjoy. Let me know if there's anything else I can get you. As you're sitting there, enjoying your food, Pavu, you kind of sometimes just can't take your eyes off Zephyr, because you still haven't really gotten used to the way that he eats. With his dragon-shaped head, it's very odd for you. Especially when he tries to eat with implements that aren't meant for people like that. He kind of has to, he kind of eats like a bird, almost.
There's also
It's a little
probably
weird.
less chewing involved than you would
There's a
expect.
lot less chewing involved, yeah.
Yeah.
And occasionally, you know, it seems like if you've never heard Zephyr burp before, but you do occasionally smell like this weird little bit of smoke, almost like electrical fire sometimes when he's eating.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, as he, you know, he's just an electric dragon. If I remember, yeah. Also, sure enough, my cat has shown up to lay on my map, as per the usual schedule.
Of course.
It's important.
However, as you're sitting in the cafe, you know, people moving in and out, the door opens at one point, and someone moves up to the counter and takes a seat. And you're not really paying much attention to the person for most of the time that they're in there, for like a little bit, until finally stopping, since she's been swamped the entire time. The barkeep comes over and just like, something I can get for you? And you just hear, no, I am fine. And your ears perk up. You're like, I've heard that voice somewhere before.
No!
Is this the Inquisitor?
No.
You're waiting there and you're like, where have I? And you're just then you just hear, are you sure there's nothing I can do for you? Yes, trust me. I am fine. Thank you for your kindness.
Wait.
Oh god.
Oh god.
You are the witness. You are the witness. We are searching for the witness.
God.
The fuck?
You must die.
You're just sitting there in the middle of the cafe. You're just sitting there in the middle of the cafe.
Has anyone seen Fringe?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's been a very long time though.
Do you remember there is actually the character named the Witness who like goes into the restaurant and he orders the burger and he puts on 2 jalapenos and an entire shaker of pepper.
No.
And then some
Oh my
crazy, and then
God.
some
I think I
crazy,
remember that.
and then some crazy supernatural event goes on outside the like. There's some earthquake and some disaster happens outside the window, and everyone panics. And he just sits there and takes out his goggles and writes in his notebook and then leaves. Like that is literally he is the witness, and that is his role in the series. Like he's a neutral observer. So this is eerily reminiscent, except he wasn't Clockwork, and he was like neutral oriented. This is a whole nother thing.
Yeah, since you're listening
Yeah.
for it, you can actually hear the clicking from across the bar, but no one else seems to have noticed. As you see this dark cloaked figure who's just sitting at the bar by himself.
Yeah. I'm glance over at Zephyr, right? Zephyr.
Yeah.
Does he seem like he's noticed?
Ian has disappeared, it appears.
Oh no!
Which is
I was gonna
exciting.
say, as the druid, you probably have the higher perception anyway.
Yeah, you're the one who noticed it. But
Is Ian no longer connected to
Ian is
Discord?
not online.
Can someone
Yeah.
call him?
I can't.
Although it might be a good opportunity for a break soon anyway. But
Yeah, actually, we'll take our break now. It's 9. That's when we usually
Oh.
take our break. So we'll take our break right now, guys. Isn't that a good time for a break?
that works. That works. Highly convenient.
It's a good time for a break, isn't it?
Right.
So yeah,
In the
we'll-
middle of all this shit.
Well, hey, no, we got a nice bit of potential, like a nice
Mm.
closed library scene. We got a nice hook on this part. We know we're up against something, but this is precisely when we need a break.
Yeah.
So-
So we'll
Oh,
be back in like
yeah.
15 minutes.
No, I mean, in the middle of dealing with all of this garbage,
Oh.
the Clockwork people decide to show up now.
So, yeah, we'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Hey, on the
Audio's back. Hello, everybody. So yeah, Ian has mysteriously vanished into the ether, as he is wont to do. So...
He is an extra planar friend.
It's true. It's what the roll for is on Discord. Ian is the only one that has it.
Okay, that's what that means.
Yeah, Ian is the only one that has that because I originally had an actual purpose for it, but Ian's the only one that has it, so now it's just kind of a joke.
Well, yeah, before I had it, but then I got upgraded.
Yeah, and I don't make Ian a mod purely because he would never do mod-like things, ever.
Yeah.
Under any circumstance would Ian do that. He's not even
He also
here.
only uses Discord for this, so I don't think he would know how.
No, he wouldn't even know what to do, so I just...
You might just accidentally use something.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to say, before we restart the game, I highly appreciate the steady flow of memes Dane has been providing and the steady flow of bear facts.
I have good sources.
It's important.
Especially when Norman just immediately, Erasmus just immediately pops up and is like, actually, scientists do know that, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's such a Norman, that's such a Norman thing to do. Like, he's the one who played Bernie. So, like, he's, Norman's a very, very, very intellectual guy. So it was very, very Norman thing to do. I saw that and I was like, yep, I can tell that Norman has nothing to do at the moment because that's what he's on Discord.
I see.
Anywho, so we're gonna be playing without Ian for a little bit, or for the rest of the session. I don't know. We'll just have to see. So.
I love the aerodynamics of a burger.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I liked that.
I love that someone needed to test that.
Of course they did. How else would they know?
Also,
actually,
fuck these 6 fish in particular.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good too. Yeah, by the way, this is a good time for an ad. If you like our Discord, if you like the sound of our Discord, you should go check it out because it's pretty good.
Yep.
I have to go find it. It's
I
just bare
love,
facts
I
and
love
memes.
the one with the teacher with the quest. I'm sure if this teacher has a quest for me, or if I should go do that side quest through that door.
Man, I can't. I'm gonna look for it, but I need to find this piece of art that somebody made of a. Did I send you guys the burger alignment chart?
Oh my god, I don't know.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I remember that.
What?
It was truly amazing.
Crux, you should share that.
I probably got that from you, Dane, or something.
Which I probably got.
Area though. They posted Snickles, and it's the most disturbing and blasphemous thing I've ever seen.
I saw that
the
too.
hell?
I saw that.
Snickers,
I'm so
but in a
Oh
pickle.
yes, that yes.
It's horrifying.
Anyway, back to the scene. So, meanwhile, in the bookshop, what's going on?
I mean, I guess they were quietly reading the
You guys have just
description.
You guys have just finished reading the description from the book, and Nord
Did I
has just.
find anything in my book?
What? You were looking in which book again?
The Werewolf Fae book.
Oh,
Or Lycanthrope Fae book.
Yeah, right. Werewolves of the Feywild. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
I pull out my massive notebook, and I would like to copy all of the information.
All right.
15.
Can I look out just to see, continue to see if we're getting attention? Like, I know I rolled once on that.
Eridan, you do realize that we're in a library and people take notes from books in libraries.
Oh, I mean, he's not saying that out loud. He's just looking around.
No,
Like,
I know,
yeah,
and I'm pretty sure I'd notice you looking around.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Not you,
That was a-
not you, Eridan.
If we get into a fight
Oh.
with clockwork people in the library, I think we're going to be banned.
14?
No, we need to
14?
leave if we get no.
You see nobody paying you much mind. The guy who was helping you guys has just finished cataloging and has left to another aisle.
Okay. So yeah, I would heed Nissa at this point and relax.
Mort is going to take a look around and see if he can see anyone.
There's no one in the aisle except for you guys right now.
Nissa,
Yes.
come here.
I got a 15, by the way. I walk over to Mord.
Got it.
I'm going to kind of whisper to you.
This book is very helpful. Are we allowed to take it, or can we buy it?
Or just not know how libraries work.
Nope.
No, well, I mean, some libraries let you borrow the book for a short period of time, but we can ask them if they know somewhere we can buy it.
Oh, I wish I had more time. I could copy all of it, but
there's really not much there. Why don't you just take the time to copy it?
How thick is the book?
Oh, you want the whole book?
Yeah, no, I want the whole book.
Oh, I thought you meant you wanted the page.
No, I copied the page already.
You know, it's funny because this is like Crux at one point gave me a magic item in the other game.
It's exactly what I was thinking of right at this exact moment.
Its weakest function was a 2E cantrip that let you like copy text magically for 8 hours.
Well, up to 8. It copied it extremely quickly, so you probably wouldn't need 8 hours.
Yeah, true. Well, you might as well then let it carry on to other things if Mord's in the library, but unfortunately...
Alas, you are no longer playing a time wizard.
That just makes me think of the Doctor.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was getting there.
How thick is the book? How quickly do I think I could copy some of the information?
I mean, it's probably about 1 inch thick, so not quickly.
It would take a bit.
Mm-hmm. Especially since Orden isn't your first language.
Yeah, as I know, if I notice him like really getting into it, I'm just like, Mord, I don't think we have time for that. Maybe just take down the critical parts and we'll move on.
Yeah, I know. I've already taken the stuff about the wolf.
Look, Mord, there will be the potential for. Let's just say if this thing does what it wants, I don't know that there will be a library to return to.
Yeah, I know. I'm coming back to copy everything out of this book later.
Fair point.
Meanwhile,
do I put it back somewhere, or do I leave it here, or what do I do with it now?
I imagine would Skipper's Cove have had it would have had a rudimentary library, I imagine.
Yes.
Nothing. Okay. So yeah, I would at least probably remember enough to know. Well, I think they've got a system and they generally just prefer that you leave it somewhere so they can put it back themselves.
All right. I shut the book and I leave it at. Is there like a table around or something?
The sort of circular desk at the center of the library where you guys signed in, there is a place to leave books.
Oh, all right. I will leave it there.
All right. While you're doing that, Pavu and Zephyr are in the
what
cafe.
about my book? Did I find anything?
Oh, yes.
In my
Sorry.
book?
You look through. Sorry, I keep forgetting. So you look through. You look through this. You find there's a lot of interesting things in there. About werewolves, but nothing that really pertains to your current situation. It contains a lot of useful information about, their weakness to silver, and their sometimes how they've, based on the types of werewolves, some of them can only change under moonlight, some of them can only change under the full moon if they're unlucky, some of them can change whenever they want. There's discussion of the different divergent personalities that the two forms can have, etc., etc., but nothing to do with the Nightgarm or anything relevant to this current situation.
So it's like a complete, thorough study of werewolves.
Specifically werewolves of the Feywild, yes.
When I'm finished looking through that book, or I want to go and ask someone who works here if they have anything on fiends or fiends from the Feywild or something like that. Or what they have on fiends in Feywild.
I mean, I don't know that.
So
this doesn't feel like a fiend to me, but
you head up to the counter, where the librarian is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I help you get something else?
I'm looking for books on fiends, or perhaps fiends that have something to do with the Feywild.
She pushes her glasses up her nose. Well, fiends don't typically take up residence in the Feywild. It's a bit of a dangerous place for them. They are
by nature usually restricted to the lower planes, and the Feywild is a mirror plane of the material.
Yeah, I was curious about ones that would perhaps not be afraid of, like, a fiend bell that keeps them at bay.
A fiend bell. Well, I'm afraid fiends aren't exactly my area of expertise, but I'm sure you could look over in our section on the plains and see if there's something that catches your fancy. We don't have anything quite as impressive as what they have in Blue Vale as related to arcanology, but I'm sure you could find something.
Thank you.
Of course. So you head over and you see a section titled Arcanology and the Plains. It's a fairly small section, though.
I'm gonna look through it.
Make an investigation
what books
check.
are there? 16.
All right. Nothing regarding the like the only things regarding fiends that you find are 2 books. There is one titled The Chronicles. The Chronicles of Levistus, which is relating to the icy layer of hell.
That's really funny. My character in the other game is a Levistus tiefling. I'm like, I know his stuff.
Yeah, Chronicle. Yeah, there's it's relating to the icy layer of hell, which we're talking about ice devils and stuff. Not particularly what you're looking for. And the other one, is a very short book that appears to be missing some pages. That is simply called "The Edge of the Abyss."
Oh God.
By Dormus Macandera.
Okay. Is there anything interesting in it?
I mean, yeah, but not related to what you're looking for. The demons mentioned in here don't really negotiate.
Okay.
I'm imagining any other character flipping to this book and like being horrified, and Nissa's just going, "Oh yeah, cool, demons."
Yeah. Oh, demons.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, one of her tattoos is the spine devil.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
There's a bone devil.
Yeah, very familiar with the 9 hells, at least.
And she is a ghost. And what else? A homunculus. And several other that I'm not remembering off the top of my head.
Anyways, meanwhile, while that's happening in the cafe, Pavu and Zephyr are sitting there. Zephyr has not noticed this person. Pavu, what are you doing?
I'm gonna nudge him. Hey, Zephyr.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were leaving Un, and those clockwork things were there?
I suppose I do.
Why? Stop! That's
You want me to
Let
play
him do
Zephyr
it.
instead, so you don't have to play as many characters?
Sure, go on. Just doing my best. Go on.
No, that voice. That's no.
Alrighty then.
No. Stop.
Do what you wish.
I'm wondering if I can do the voice any worse.
I think that one of them just walked in.
Oh, did they now?
I swear to God. I have addresses and links to glitter bombs.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a threat I need to take seriously.
Yeah.
Now that extremely serious, I do not threaten with violence. I threaten with glitter.
So you can't. Now that you're thinking about it, you can hear the sound as well.
Are you
Well,
serious?
that's odd.
Yeah. Just do it without the voice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it without the voice.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I don't need that.
I don't need that.
None of us need that. Okay. How would Zephyr react to this?
Where's Ian when you need him?
Zephyr would stand up and immediately challenge him to a duel.
I don't think he would go that
No,
far,
I
but
don't
he's
think he
not.
would. There are
He
too
would
many
not-
people.
No, he would.
I think they try to slip out.
Yeah, he'd try to move them to action quickly. He wouldn't be like wait and observe. He'd be either if you were going to attack them, he would attack them then. If he were going to get out and get to the party, he'd do it then.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
he
figure
wouldn't
out which
attack
one
them
he
in the
might
middle of
do.
the cafe.
Yeah, he's
He
not.
might not attack them.
That's the
but-
thing, Will. He's not like you. He wouldn't sit there and observe. He would just immediately do something, whatever it is.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He's instinctual. He's not a planner.
No.
He's gonna stand up, walk over, and sit down next to this person.
Okay.
Oh god, wait, no,
That's
So he pushes his stool back, and as he gets closer, the noises get a lot louder.
All right. He definitely has his hand near his weapon. That's for sure.
Oh god.
I'm gonna
Is he holding a versatile weapon? What is his weapon anyway? I always forget.
He has a great axe, 5 javelins, and
Oh,
a few
yes.
daggers.
Fighting-
Okay, the great axe works.
No,
Yes.
listen. He's got like a dagger on his belt that he's holding.
Oh
He
yes,
can't
fight
get
with the
his
great axe in the cafe.
Yeah, I know that's not gonna go well.
So as you stand there, it kind of stops some of its sounds for a second, and just turns its head to look. It's just sitting there for a second, and it just turns. Yes.
You need something?
No, I am fine.
All right.
All you see is like the approximation of a human figure wrapped in dark robes. From beneath the hood, all you can really see is the gleam of blue where its eyes would be.
Zephyr's gonna order a drink.
Okay. Zephyr orders another black coffee.
Yep.
What is Pavu doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? You're just
Is
watching
she just
this?
watching?
I'm just sitting watching, trying to like be inconspicuous.
Yeah, it's not working.
Yeah.
The figure just sits there as if considering, and then turns its head again, this time to kind of look over at Pavu.
Oh,
and all you can see is its little gleaming blue eyes and what looks like a pretty humanoid-shaped face, except it's made of brass.
Zephyr leans over. So, are you from around here, or are you new in town?
I am new in town.
Really? Me too.
Fancy that.
Yeah. Funny coincidence, that one. Where'd you come in from?
I am from not here.
Not here.
Well, that's very specific.
It's still sitting there. You just hear the clicking ever louder. As it's staring at... It still hasn't stopped looking at Pavu.
Yeah, things are gonna
I'm gonna
fall
get
into
up
an
and
awkward
leave.
silence.
Awkward science.
What did you say,
Listen,
Megan?
no, sorry. Awkward science is what Mord does. This is an awkward silence.
So I'm just realizing now. Oh yeah, Zephyr wasn't around when all that went down. So okay,
He was around for the clockwork fight. He was there for
Yes,
that.
but not before that. Whatever.
He was not around for the... Yeah.
Before.
I'm thinking he's mostly just trying to figure out if they're here for us, or if they're just here.
Right.
I'm gonna get up and like head towards the door.
Okay, as you do, you notice its eyes glow slightly brighter and it makes a sound.
Does it move towards her at all?
Nope, it's just sitting there. Then the sound stops and its eyes return to normal. And it just says, "Have a nice day."
You as well.
It stands and leaves to follow Pavu out the door.
Oh, good God.
Zephyr stands up as it stands up.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I had one more question for you.
Yes.
Oh god, I'm not as good at bullshitting as Ian is.
He would probably just ask
wearing
him
a
like
big
where to
cloak,
find
right?
something.
It's wearing a big cloak, right?
Yep.
Where'd you get that cloak? I've been looking for one. It's real nice.
I acquired it in another place, other than here.
Oh, really? You got any more
Yes.
specifics than that?
No.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
It's still clicking.
Quite a shame, that one. Anyway, you enjoy the rest of this coffee. I'm gonna go. And Zephyr's gonna go out the door and follow Pavu.
I don't
I would just
drink.
head.
It follows you out.
I would,
All
I
right.
just would have
Wait,
gone,
did
like,
they
as
pay
far
for
as
their
I could
cafe stuff?
towards the-
No, they didn't.
Oh my
No,
god, they
wait, no.
did
I
that.
assumed they were paying as they were ordering. Zephyr would never leave without paying.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's probably
that's
just
who
left some money on
Zephyr
the
is.
counter as he like was over there getting the drink.
Just go ahead and mark off about 5 gold.
That would.
Okay.
So I would have just like headed straight for the library and like
Okay.
gotten as far as I could.
So yeah, as you're heading out, you almost get across the street. You're getting headed over to the library. As Zephyr leaves, however, the clockwork individual is following him. And as you kind of step onto the street, a hand closes on your shoulder. Where are you going?
Wait, who?
Zephyr.
Zephyr.
Where are you going?
Oh, me? Just around.
I need directions. It still has its hand on your shoulder.
Directions to where?
I need to find an apothecary.
An apothecary, huh? Well, I'm not sure I've seen one in the area. You might check that way, though. There's some stores over there. And he points in an absolutely arbitrary direction. He has no idea where he's pointing.
It says they're considering. Very well. It takes its hand off of his shoulder. And then walks with its weird kind of rigid gait down the street towards the library.
I'm so confused.
It's just going after Pavu.
It's leaving you there at the street by the cafe.
I just mean this one's so talkative compared to the others.
It's just a pretense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright,
Can I try to lose it? Or do I notice it
Wait.
following me?
You're basically
wait.
just trying to get to the library,
Just,
right? You're just moving
hold on
fast.
one minute here.
At this point, Pavu, you have arrived at the entrance to the library.
Zephyr, walks out into the middle of the street, points and yells, "Guards! Guards! He stole my wallet!"
Oh my god, Zephyr doesn't like the lie, though.
Roll deception.
Yep. Hold
Oh
on.
my god.
It's a +2 in
I
this,
know
I guess.
Zephyr doesn't like deception, but deception for the sake of Pavu's life, I think, is okay.
I mean, he forged a document to keep me out of jail and then crumpled it up.
Listen, I'm doing my best here, alright? But
And he's known me for 10 years.
It's true.
Well, if he gets confronted, he'll probably just end up telling the truth. Like, it's after his friend.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably more thinking right now. They are about to do something bad, but he doesn't have time to explain it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
charisma +2. That's a 19.
19 deception. Okay. So he yells out, and one of the town guards over from one of the sides of the street looks over and just starts making his way through the crowd towards Zephyr.
And
However,
Zephyr starts trying to move through the crowd towards this person yelling like, "Wait, stop!"
At this point, the rest of you that are in the library, Pavu, you enter the library, and you can see at the front counter, the secretary looks up and does a double take and just goes, "Oh, hello. You might have some trouble fitting through the aisles, but is there something I can get you?"
Some of my friends were here. I think they were looking
Other big people?
magical. Yeah.
Yes, they're down in the magical creatures section. Please sign your name here for the records.
I'm just gonna.
We're
like,
probably on our way
scribble my
over
name
here
really
by this
quickly.
point.
Yeah, just as she says that, you all come out of the sides of the one of the aisles.
Oh, hello, Pavu.
However, at this point, you hear some vague shouting from outside.
Is everything all right?
Would
Where's
you
Zephyr?
know anything about that?
Maybe.
As you're standing there, the door to the library opens, and a figure in a dark cloak walks in, making a loud clicking noise.
Weapons!
And as you do that, however, before you turn, and all you have time to do is turn and look at it, before it just stops, looks in, and says, "Excuse me, I appear to have lost my wallet."
What?
What?
Oh my god.
Mord,
At
oh
this
man.
point, the librarian says, I don't think I've seen you in here before. What's the name? Ah, yes. My name is... Jonathan. Jonathan. I don't see that in the notes. Are you feeling alright?
Look,
Yes.
Jonathan, maybe we can discuss whatever this is outside.
I'm afraid not. And he takes a step forwards.
Mord walks
see.
right up to him and pulls out his mace.
At this point,
Yeah,
the librarian goes, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yes, no
Yes.
fighting in the library.
I turned back to her. I said, "This is why I wanted to take it outside."
Are you going to try to kill us in our sleep again?
Aaron's moving forward again with Mord.
Irrelevant.
I'm going to walk up and try and like hook my arm through Jonathan's and turn him around and lead him out the door.
Make a
Come
strength.
along,
Make a
darling.
strength check.
You get one of the weirdest, most confused looks from Mord
Well, if she
that
does,
you have ever seen.
I just failed miserably. That's sad.
Oh dear.
8.
8. You just hook your arm in and stop as you almost fall over, as it just doesn't budge, and you have your arm stuck in between it now, and it just turns its head to look at you and says, it just turns its head and stares for a second because it's a little confused.
I
by-
just pat his arm. Come along.
Ah, yes. My apologies. And it turns and follows you out.
Oh my god.
what the hell are you doing?
Mord's gonna grab his shield out of the bin and say, I'll be back for the armor in a little bit, and follow them outside.
For reference, I was saying that to Crooks.
However, as you get outside, Nissa, it shakes you off and makes its way off down the street.
Goodbye. Have a good day.
Goodbye. Actually, make a perception check
Okay.
for the sake of this.
What is my perception? 22.
Okay. It was a pretty difficult check, so yeah, as it makes its way off, you hear it say, almost to itself, location acquired.
Oh god.
Fuck.
And it just off into the crowd. At this point, however, Zephyr and a guard accost you. Excuse me, who stole your wallet, sir?
Oh, it was, Zephyr looks around, tries to see him. Do I need to make a perception check?
Yes, you do.
It's 17.
I would have.
Is he near us?
Yeah, right next to you.
Oh. Well, it was Jonathan. I point in the direction of the clockwork person.
And
Yes, they went that way.
The guard immediately moves off down the street in the direction of following this person.
Maybe we should help him?
I'm sure he'll be fine.
I think that Jonathan is going to get away. And he said, location acquired. We need to get out of here.
Mord comes bursting out the door.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Or kill them now so they don't come at us later.
Yes, kill them now. Where is he?
He left.
Well then,
He left. Why did you let him leave?
Because he wasn't hurting anyone.
Yes. They weren't hurting anyone the first time we met them either, and then they tried to kill us in our sleep.
Nissa, has anyone who meant well for you ever said location acquired?
You said location acquired. Nissa, which way did he go?
I point in the opposite direction. That way.
Mord runs off that way.
Oh my god! What is happening?
I'm following Mord.
What is going on? So all of them rush off in the opposite direction, and you're just left standing there, Nissa, with Zephyr
Wait,
on the side of the road.
No, Zephyr would correct her. Zephyr would correct her.
Would he though?
What would he? He trusts Nissa though.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
saw her.
But
oh
he's
man.
not doing anything
Nissa
to hurt anyone, and we are in the middle of a city.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't. He probably wouldn't.
He doesn't like open combat in the streets, to be fair.
Yeah.
And come to think of it, knowing Hooven Crinkle, I don't necessarily want to get into an AI rights debate here.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we
as-
probably end up searching for like 10 minutes and then give up.
Yeah, and then you give up and head back because obviously you don't find it.
Yeah.
How's,
I'll head back and collect my armor.
Okay,
and
so you
actually
collect
sign
and put
out
on
properly.
your armor and
Oh,
sign
Oh,
out.
right.
I'm
I
gonna
go
cut down
and
the time.
sign out and apologize.
Yeah.
Look, whatever that was, it's none of my business, but just try to keep it outside.
Yes,
Yes.
of course. That's why I did that instead of drawing a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I would never endanger books on purpose.
She just nods solemnly. Have a good rest of your day.
Never endanger
as
books.
well.
So you guys head back out into the street. It's probably about 2 p.m. at this point. You've been reading for a couple hours. What do you want to do?
Let's head back and make lunch.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you make your way back through the streets, and it's only just about as you guys are exiting that you notice Ted has been with you the entire time and has not said a word.
Oh God, right.
And the only reason, the only
actually-
reason you notice is because as you're on your way back, Ted just says, "I'm not even gonna ask what that was about.
Do you want to know?
Not particularly."
Okay.
It's
So
probably best he's left out
actually,
of
as
this.
far as lunch is concerned, we're running kind of low on food.
Do you want to stop in the cafe?
Why
that's
don't we
probably-
go
we
shopping?
may as well.
for-
We don't really want to invest the time in cooking right now.
Yeah, we've
That's
only
what
got
food
one
is
onion,
for.
2 potatoes, and 2 carrots left.
I
So.
love that you keep track.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay.
Approximately, it's not that accurate, but it's close.
Yeah, we should probably do that. We should probably just get food.
Listen, I'm gonna be that guy in Skyrim that picks up
Yeah.
every cabbage he finds.
Yes.
Okay. But I'm also going to be that guy that actually uses the cooking system.
I will be right back.
All right.
So, you,
Oh right, I can mark the 2 giant heads off. We don't have those anymore.
No, you don't. No, you traded them for quite a sizable amount of money.
Yes, we did. God, we have so
Hey,
much
giant,
garbage.
God damn it, Dane. Alright. So you guys are you stopping in at the cafe, then?
Presumably, we're trying to make it fast.
It was a little pricey, but...
I mean, whatever. We've got time, and right
We
now
can afford
time,
it right now.
Right now, time is more valuable than money.
True. So
Yep.
just for the sake of it, mark off like
Wait.
11 gold.
Wait. Why do I have burnt stick written down?
I don't know.
Why do we have a
that
burnt
could
stick?
that might be the component for Witch Bolt.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
No,
the
this
component
is
for Witch
like-
Bolt is a twig that is melted
Random
by
stuff in
lightning.
the cart. It just says burnt stick.
But
Oh, right. I took that from the shop. There was like some magical trace or something on it.
Oh, you can actually erase that because Pavu's been using that for a while. That's the Witch's Wand of Arcing, I think it's called.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Wait,
when you-
what?
It's a Witch's Wand of
I
Arcing.
thought that we got that from Tacey.
The burnt.
No.
It was you found it in the shop.
Yeah, it was definitely. And also, there's also both Bottle of Old Wine and Hooven Crinkle's Best. Are those different or the same thing?
I think they're
Different.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Wand of Arcing is a burned and jagged stick about a foot long. While holding it, any spell you cast that deals lightning damage ignores resistance to lightning damage.
That's so nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
When did I give that to Pavu? Because I never
A
told
long
anyone.
time ago.
Yeah, that was a long time
It was like
ago.
No, but I didn't tell anyone the burnt stick was in there. I forgot about it, honestly.
Well,
because
you
it was
must
a
have,
burnt
because I
stick.
remember it coming up
Oh,
like the
well,
session after or something.
You also
Suffice to
sent
say
me
it's
a
in
list
play.
of everything in the cart.
Okay, suffice to say, it's in play.
Yeah, it is in play. It has.
Yeah.
I remember sending Megan the stats for it, so you must have given it to her at some point.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
I don't remember
So-
that. I'll have to check my.
wait. Did we ever get the locked box open?
Yes.
The documents.
Yeah, the lockbox was a lot of documents. Yeah.
Right, the
Which
locked
you
box.
don't have.
Theobald has.
don't
Okay, the
have that anymore.
lockbox was that locked Wait, no. Was that
Yeah,
the
no,
one?
the
I still
safe.
have that. I still have that.
The lockbox you do not have.
There's
Yes,
the
I do.
safe, and then there's a lockbox. The
I have
lockbox.
the lockbox and the save.
Oh,
Safe.
but he has the documents.
No, the safe is with Jax. The lockbox is mine. I gave Theobald like 3 or 4 documents that had his family's name on it.
Oh, okay.
Everything
Got it.
else I kept.
Cool,
Gotcha.
got it. Okay. So, you guys make your way to the cafe. You eat lunch. Takes about an hour, maybe 30 minutes if you're trying to hurry.
Well, let's do some discussion while we're eating, kind of quietly. We'll sit in a corner away from everyone else.
Well, yeah, and
Well,
2
why don't
p.m.
we
at a restaurant.
Get it to go.
They don't really do that.
That's not really a thing.
It's not really a
Yeah.
thing in medieval
It
times.
should be.
It's-
They don't
it's-
have quite mass production
And I'm
of
pretty sure
takeout
it
containers.
was.
I mean, if they've got just like sandwiches, we could take them, but
Yeah, but they don't have like, it's coffee and stuff. Like,
We're
Yeah.
not drink. Most of us probably aren't. Whatever.
it's like pancakes and
yeah, it's,
cinnamon rolls.
It's 2 p.m. They won't be busy.
Yeah, but
It
eggs.
shouldn't take too long.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we're having breakfast for lunch.
Exactly.
Again. Actually,
yes.
breakfast was potatoes, so...
Yeah, interesting.
Okay,
Listen,
carry
I
on.
didn't have a lot left to work with, okay?
So, all right, we're probably talking a little bit quietly, finding an unoccupied corner.
Yeah.
So we figured out. What were the big takeaways from that?
So yeah, probably the first 20 minutes are relaying information, making sure the whole party has all the information about what we're up against. See, big takeaways. This creature is, I believe...
Opposed to servants of thunder
yes,
gods? Or...
opposed servants of...
Northern
gods. Northern and sky gods, and particularly dislikes human and dwarven settlements. Tends to aim to destroy those. Does not like holy symbols and will sometimes recoil and flee from them.
Okay. That was the big takeaway.
Most of what I remember. I copied the information. Am I forgetting anything else super important?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really that I know.
And it occurred to me on break that Mort is a forge cleric, so as far as holy symbols go,
what do you mean?
Like you could make one ostensibly.
Oh yeah, I also have one burned into my hand.
Oh, that works.
Nissa stitched a symbol of basically faith into the back of her hand.
Okay.
God, this party is so religious. Jesus.
I mean, Nissa isn't religious at all, but
I mean, she is a little bit. She's a warlock
Tiny bit.
She's the warlock of a god, so she kind of has to be a little bit.
Does
Yeah.
Pavu have anything?
No, I think she's like the only one that doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have a symbol at the moment. Like I've had no like kind of time to do that.
I know,
have
but you're
the
still
year.
religious.
Yeah, but I don't like have. There's no reason I'd have had a symbol incorporated into my own like.
Well,
I haven't had time to go make a custom shield or.
I mean, you cast paladin spells, right?
Yeah.
Then you have a holy symbol.
Okay. Should we just? What should we presume it?
I mean, it could just be like a small charm or something that you just have on you. But
Yeah, it's usually like a ring or a necklace for most people, but
Yeah.
Mord has it painted on his shield and burned into his hand.
Okay.
No, he doesn't have it painted on his shield. That was the other character. He has it burned into his hand.
Okay. I think. I feel like maybe just like a necklace for that works in character, just because I haven't really had access to anywhere that makes sophisticated shields. Do you think an orc artisan is going to put a holy symbol on a shield?
probably not most of the time, no.
Especially no, not in the Vargar clan. So yeah, it's probably a
No.
necklace. Is it made of wood or metal?
Probably wood, definitely wood, not metal.
Yeah, from Melora, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably wooden. Might have like a string for the. Yeah, it doesn't really have like. It would have no metal as part of it, probably.
Okay.
As acquiring metal requires defiling the earth in a way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. That wouldn't make sense. No, I'm worried because you mentioned the Archivist has fire spells.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well,
I just presume you're not gonna like target our items on our person, but I'm just thinking back, like in older editions of D&D, that would have been a horror show.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
hey, and I'm considering. Now that you guys are a little better at the game, I might bring back some old mechanics. You never know.
Oh god.
Not all of them, because they weren't all good.
yeah.
Like we won't have as
Okay.
much save or die as they had in the older games, because that's not very fun.
Much safer what?
Save or die mechanics were very big back in 2nd and 1st edition.
Oh,
Make a saving
Right,
throw.
yeah.
Oh, you failed? You die.
that's not fun.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of
at
stuff
least
was like
stuff like disintegrate and power word kill have HP thresholds, so at least there's some kind of counterplay.
Yeah.
that. Plus, it's power word kill, so
It's a
yeah.
9th level spell.
it
That's
should
kind of an
probably
okay
be
one.
bad. Yeah. Anyway, what are you guys doing?
So I'm not gonna do the whole character voice right now, but this is sort of in character. We need a plan of action. It's like 2 p.m. We have a good bit of time left today. We could.
That's presuming we fight it at night. If we want to fight it at the day, then
No, we do not want to fight it at night.
we have less time.
Yes. that is
Unless we go tomorrow.
Oh, but why wouldn't you want to fight the Night Garm at night?
Well,
I
that.
wonder. But what if it decides to? How do we know it's not coming tonight?
Well,
Because we killed 2 of its followers and totally put a damper in its plan.
I hope you're right. I certainly do.
I think that might just have to be a risk we're willing to take.
And we're
We
staying.
could try to go out there tonight, but if it takes us an hour to get out there, it's already getting late, and
it's like days are starting to get longer, but it's still winter, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and-
It's winter.
and
It's like
Where
early
in
winter.
town are we staying?
Midwinter. You're staying in the Tinker's Borough.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Approximately what time does it get dark?
Like 5.
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of time.
At least we know. Well, we know which way. Presumably, it would come in through that gate.
It's also, it's interesting for you, Mord, because back where you come from, the daylight is like 3 or 4 hours most of the time. Like,
Yeah.
4 or 5 in the winter. Like, yeah, not a lot of daylight.
Yeah, depending on the part of the year, it's either all daylight or no daylight.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if we're lucky, the clockwork people will come for us before then, and we won't have to fight them both at once.
well, that would be preferable.
I just had a thought. Carry on, but I just had a thought.
Right, so we could try and go out there tonight, but
That would be a really bad idea.
Yeah.
no, sorry, I don't mean tonight. I mean today before it gets dark. This afternoon. But we don't have very much time. We could attempt to stay in town and prepare some things to fight it, but we would of course have to be discreet, I believe is the word.
Hey, Mord,
Yes?
you know that magic we were going to use to look for Delphi?
Yes.
I wonder if we could use that to look for that thing's cloak.
Possibly. It's an interesting idea. Let me think on it for a moment.
Let me read the spell.
I think it's
Yeah, describe or name.
a specific
object.
object known
His
to
name
you
is
as long as
Jonathan.
Yes, as if that's his.
Yeah,
Did you
but-
believe him?
Also, assumedly, he would count as a creature of some sort, so locate object wouldn't work.
But
Yeah,
the
he's-
cloak.
Cloak
Specific
would
object
work.
known to you as long as you can get it up close at least once.
Maybe, but it was a fairly nondescript cloak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it has to be a distinct one. That's up to you.
Just FYI, it is storming here if you can't hear that, so you never know.
Oh, okay.
My power could go out.
Okay.
Oh man, I guess
Well,
the
let's
storm that
hope.
nearly knocked our power out today has finally gotten to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good luck.
Locate
Let's head
object.
back to the house for now.
Hidden object. Don't use as long as you've seen it up close.
Yeah, you can search for the specific cloak now that you've seen it up close. Yeah,
Yeah. He kind of got in his
within
face.
1,000 feet of you.
It lasts 10 minutes.
We could, but
Oh, I could.
Ooh,
Ooh,
wow.
thunder.
That was very loud.
Jeez.
that was super loud.
That was really loud.
Yeah, it was.
Mord, I it would be rather conspicuous, but I could give you Satkill.
Good. Hey, Zephyr, can you please stop that? That's very loud.
Oh,
That is that.
I apologize.
Stop!
No, it's the voice Ian gave him. It's canon.
It's canon, yeah.
Not how Ian talks.
It's canon.
Listen, it's as close as we can manage,
It's
okay?
Nissa, it's the only way we can hope to approximate the attitude.
It doesn't bother Nissa, it bothers Carissa.
I know, I'm just telling. Sorry, I meant to tell you Carissa there.
But also, not a lot of things bother Carissa, so it's sometimes very fun when one does.
So, what is your plan? Smells like rain.
I mean, we're still working on the food, so we still got time to talk. So he's thrown that suggestion out there. Mord can think about it. What else?
It's too late in the day to go out there and try to fight it, that's for sure. I wish we knew locate creature. That would be very helpful.
That would be.
Although it may very well be an aberration, celestial, elemental, fiend, fey, or undead. So detect good and evil might help, but that's only within 30 feet. Oh, that's not a lot. Did we try detect good and evil on Ted?
No.
No.
Actually, that's a good. So he's with us now, right?
Yeah.
Is this something you've suggested out loud?
Does Mord know the spell? Let me see.
It's 4th level.
Detect.
What is?
I think it is.
Detect? No, detect good and evil.
That's
Oh,
first
Yeah,
level.
Locate creature is 4th level. That's why we can't use that yet. But detect
Yeah.
good and evil is a 1st level spell.
And it's a
yes,
cleric
Mord
spell.
does know it, so he would have suggested it. He doesn't have it prepared, but Zephyr does.
I don't have it prepared either, but I was gonna say more just like does Mord bring up that magic?
Yeah,
Okay.
like he's kind of